I'm gonna get rid of you guys.
I heard
there
that.
it is. Oh,
You
there
can hear
it
it
is.
now?
Yeah.
You can hear it now?
Yeah,
Now we can hear it.
yeah.
How'd you do that?
A very cheap program I found.
Okay. Well, that isn't going to help any of us now.
Called the voice meter.
Okay. Go ahead. Player.
Play it. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, we're live
Go for
already?
it. Yeah,
Go
we're
for it.
live. Go.
All right. Can you hear it?
No.
No.
Oh, there it
now.
is. There it is. Now we don't have to do any of it.
Welcome to Quick Save Club's off-topic show. Save point.
All right.
I love the pause. Save point.
All right, we're gonna say goodbye to you guys for a second while I do the intro. Boop. Oh, don't play it again.
Did I just play it again?
Yeah, we're listening to it again. Okay, now we're listening a third time.
It's done. I put it on S. That was my bound key, and I was typing something.
Oh boy. All right, the Quick Save Club is a PC-focused spin-off of the Cartridge Club where for 2 months at a time we choose a retro, classic, or indie PC game to play. During these 2 months, we discuss our experiences as we play the PC game of the bi-month with the Quick Save Club community. Antichamber is the game we are playing for June and July, and coming up in August, we will be tackling Fallout New Vegas. If any of this sounds like fun to you, hit us up on Twitter at Quick Save Club. Join us on Discord located at bit.ly/Quick Save Discord. We should put those in the description, at some point, or hit us up at the forums at www.cartridgeclub.org. This episode you have tuned into, or maybe you downloaded to listen to later, is our second episode of Save Points, the in-between show where our hosts, that's me and Ryan and Frantic, get together and, take community questions and have a laid-back conversation. Reminder to check out our sister podcasts and their games of the month for June and July. CC Prime is playing Gears of War in June, and in July they're playing Yoshi's Island. CC Portable is retiring, heading off into the sunset, but before they go, they're having one last episode. And this month in June, it's do what you want. Play any portable game you want. If you are listening to this in July, you're out of luck. You missed it. You have to go download CC Portable from last month. RF Gen in June is playing Cannon Spike, and in July is playing Earthbound. Okay, now I'm going to bring on the other two hosts. If I can figure out how. There we go. There they are.
Hey.
So we got Ryan, RGR, the Retro Gamer Ranting, and Frantic. We're all
What's up?
here.
We're all here and accounted for and live for the first time.
That's right. So we're doing something a little different. Why not? It's the second episode. Might as well do something different. Our topic for this is the PC gaming show, which is basically the PC's answer to E3. So I just want to explain a little bit of the PC gaming show because we do have a lot of console gamers that kind of tune into us once in a while, just to figure out and see, because they're curious. They have a morbid curiosity of what the PC is all about. The PC gaming show started about 6 years ago, and the state of PC is a little different. When you have a console like the PlayStation or the Xbox, they're pretty much under one. They're owned by one company, Sony or Microsoft, and then there's Nintendo, of course. And they ask you to buy a console and then play games that one person will sell to you. For the PC, everything is a little bit different. You just go and buy components and slap them together and throw Windows on there, and you're free to do all sorts of different things. So there's no console manufacturer under one umbrella. And then imagine, if you will, if on your console, you fire it up and you go to the PlayStation Store or to the Microsoft Store and you want to buy a game, and you see the game on there that you want to buy, and it's $20. And on the console, that's pretty much your only option. Like, if you want to buy that game, you got to buy it from them. On the PC, you can go to Steam and you can find your game, and you might see it there for $20, but maybe you don't want to spend $20. You can go check out GOG. You can go check out Epic Games. You can go check out Origin. You got all sorts of different, you can even buy directly from the developer a lot of times on PC. So everything there is a little bit fragmented. So this website that used to be a magazine, PC Gamer, actually brought all these entities together, if you will, and started the PC Gamer show, and where they started featuring more PC games and that. So I think that's right.
I
Yep.
think so.
Anything else to add to that?
No,
All sounds good. Okay.
nailed it.
Okay. So this was their sixth year. I watched the whole show, and overall, I thought it was a pretty good show. They showed a lot of games, and it was just one game after another. They didn't do too much, bantering and that. I find a lot with when people think of these shows and like the E3 show, those shows are kind of their hands are a little bit tied because they're designed for a live audience. They're designed to play to a crowd, and I don't think it plays as well on television or sitting back and watching a stream. Whereas this, they don't have a live audience. It's just a guy that's kind of the MC, and he throws to a couple other people. They did a little goofy stuff with this robot thing and all that, but
Yeah. Right.
pretty much just stuck to the games. So
Yeah.
Ryan, what did you think of the show itself? Just overall.
From what I saw of it, I kind of did an abridged version of it because I mostly stuck to the trailers and a little bit of the banter in between. I thought it was fine. It gave the information you needed and then moved on, which is exactly what I want when it comes to gaming. I don't need pop and circumstance. I don't need special guests. I don't need musical numbers, and I don't need an audience cheering because they're told to.
Yeah.
So that's completely fine with me.
Yeah.
Straightforward, and it gave you what you needed.
Yeah, that's musical numbers. That's like a perfect example of them. Like you go to a stage show, and you see musical numbers, and you're watching everybody move in sync on a big stage and that.
Yeah.
To me, it's never played well on television. It just looks like you only got a narrow view, and they're only showing you one or two dancers or whatever. Or maybe there's a wide shot, but it's far back or whatever. It's not the same when you're down and they're up on a stage and you're all looking up at it. And that's one of those things that I think plays well for a live audience, but doesn't really play as well for television. And it just loses people, right? And they just want to get to the games already.
Another thing is with sorry, Frantic, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Another thing is with E3, which I fell out of a long time ago. I used to religiously watch like E3 and stuff like that. As it always felt more like Pomp and Circumstance and Smoke and Mirrors sometimes, where they'd show you the trailer, but they'd also be like, look at this, and we promise you this and promise you that, and then later you find out half the stuff they said was all just a lie anyway, and blah blah blah. So E3 kind of turned into like a Smoke and Mirrors show anyway, and just felt like they wanted to make a spectacle more than show off the games. And so, like I said, in this case, straightforward. There it is. You know what you're getting.
Yeah, it's kind of like a good example is this last or Game Awards. I think is the biggest culprit of this because they'll just like cut to like 4 or 5 minute song of Churches and then at the beginning, and then they'll do like, here's Green Day. They're middle aged and they're very low energy, but we're watching it and it doesn't really translate well. You know what I mean? And then we got like Run the Jewels a couple years ago, which is like didn't really seem very. They seem kind of awkward. Occasionally it works, but yeah. I thought the show was pretty good. I think Day Nine's a really great host. He has been every single year, and I think he's pretty charismatic. He gets to the point, and I thought presentation wise, I thought this was great. One of the better ones because there was a couple of other ones that were going on this weekend, like Guerrilla Collective. They had some cool like indie games, and the thing about those they just dragged on really too long occasionally, and they would just talk with devs forever and stuff. And so getting in there and just seeing the trailers and getting out is always a nice little touch for these type of shows.
Yeah. I mean, they did talk to a couple of developers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It never was too long or anything like that. And again, it's just them telling you what they're showing you in the trailer anyway. So it's like, I don't see the reason for it, but whatever.
Well, there was some trailers like that I was like, what is that game about?
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of game it is. And then when the developer came on and explained it a little bit, I was like, oh, okay, it's a strategy game or something, like, so I did find that worked a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was a little bit worried when the show first started, though, because they were kind of bit heavy. Like I saw Greg Miller pop up, and I'm sorry, I'm not a huge fan of his.
No, why not? He's been around.
It's a long story. I know it's a long story. I don't.
I like him. I like him.
Okay, if you want me to I'll just to cut to the chase. When Ghostbusters the video game came out, he was working at IGN. He was the Ghostbusters guy. He was a big fan. He reviewed all the games, like all the different variations of the games, and I thought he did an excellent job. It was like he was very fair on all the games. I like that guy. And then they put him in the Sony area, and when he started like recommending games to people because they were easy trophies, go get this stupid Penguin game because you could beat it in a weekend and get a platinum trophy. I was like, is that really like so anyways,
it started being his character, I think. You know
Where is he? Like I don't follow him. He's not with IGN anymore. Where is he?
Kind of funny.
Yeah, he left IGN for some reason or whatever.
Yeah.
5 years
I will say the one thing I do like about Greg Miller is that every time he talks to Victor Lucas or talks about Victor Lucas, who's one of my gaming heroes, he always gives him mad props and respect. So I'll give him that. But other than that, Frankie, I liked Frankie. I thought she was something else. If I was sending her emojis, I would send her 4 hearts. I really like her. And then I like the whole Black Lives Matter thing. The little when they took some time out because you got to acknowledge it. It's just so much craziness and all that. And I was seeing in the chats like people just get on with the games. I just want to talk about the games. I'm like, you know what?
Oh my gosh,
screw you guys, man.
The thing with that type of thing is you have to get out and have that message out there. The more you inconvenience people and that message gets in front of people, the better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly. And so I thought that was.
That's when when that stuff's going on, you just shut off the chat because it's just going to be. Just shut off the chat.
So we do have. Speaking of chat, we do have Bill in our chat, and he said he was expecting another tribute thumbnail. Josh,
I did that for the hangout last month. Yeah,
right. Josh had just had a tooth pulled, so he's kind of like he's a little bit out of it today. So cut him.
Yeah,
and then I can see
sutures in my mouth right here. There's sutures in here. Yeah, good times.
Not good times at all. And then Bill says, "I hold grudges. Watch out." I don't hold grudges. I'm quite the opposite. I as my Nona would say, I forgive. I just never forget. That's all. I learned.
If he held grudges, I would not be in this podcast right now. So.
No. You've never done anything to. You've been annoying sometimes, but we're all annoying sometimes. I'm annoying sometimes. Who cares?
Me too. I know I am.
It all comes out. It all comes out.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so let's get on to the games. We've been talking for 13 minutes now and haven't even mentioned a game yet. So we're going to go through all the games. We'll probably spend some more time on some games and less time on other games.
Yeah. Some of these I have no opinion on whatsoever, but
Yeah, I went through and I watched the whole show and I took notes on all the games, but not a lot of notes. So,
good.
All right, so the first game was Valheim, which was like this Viking game. So I'm going to... Let's see if I can do this now. Let's see if this can happen.
Put up the trailer.
Okay, there we go. Look at that. I'm getting all fancy here.
You are.
Oh, unfortunately, I'm only dealing with one screen, so I don't have
the dual
screens. So I don't have the dual screens. This is my backup location, so bear with me. I'm trying the best I can. So yeah, this was like a Viking game that like a lot of the models in it look very
PS2.
Early 2000s PC. Not the only thing that like it's doesn't have that alienase like the jaggies, like it doesn't look very jagged. It looks very sharp. So to me it looks like a PC game from 2000. But
I feel like the models don't fit with the rest of the world though. It's like they purposely made the models kind of retro, but then the rest of the world seems it's not beautifully modern photorealistic, but it comes across a little janky.
Has an art style to it, at least. Then.
I do appreciate that. I
kind of like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I thought it was neat. I thought like, oh, this will. Now, by the way, this is a bit of a survival game.
Yeah, another one of those open world survivals, right?
I'm noticing a trend, of course. I think like how many survival games, have you started off with cutting down trees since Minecraft did it.
yeah,
Everything's following Minecraft. Don't you think?
no.
It's true.
That's the only thing that I when I watched this, it kind of disappointed me, is because I feel like I've seen this trailer before. You know, I feel like I've seen this with games like Ark. I've seen this with other survival open insert random thing here. So it's like, it looks cool. The trailer is interesting, but what is it going to do different from all the other ones that are out there
It's
right now?
Vikings.
It's Vikings, but I think there already is one out there kind of like Vikings, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll be excited when I see more, but right now, to me, it's like it's another open world survival game that chances are you can play with people, and maybe there's going to be different factions, and then if you build a base, another person will come in and raid the base, whatever, that kind of stuff. So once, you know, if it brings something new to the table, then great. But otherwise, you know, I don't get excited about these as much as I used to.
I don't either, but I do like any game that allows you to build and make your own base is always fun.
Yeah.
But I do think it looked like you can go dungeon crawling too, which is very fascinating, and that could be a good time.
The creatures looked cool. I like that really giant, like tree creature with the glowing eyes. Like that was really neat. And I like the little intro where the troll busts through the door and stuff. I like that, you know. So I kind of like the idea of maybe boss battles. Who knows? Maybe there'll be mobs. You have to defend your stuff. But yeah.
I would prefer it if it had like a strong single player thing, but I don't think it's going to have any sort of single player.
Maybe a story narrative to it or something.
Yeah. But it's going to be early access. There's a lot of early access games. I'm going to mention early access because there's one game that's gotten a little bit trashed because it is early access. We'll get there soon.
Yeah.
But that's just the state of gaming today, man. That's just how games are today. But yeah, I don't know. It looks fun. I don't know if I'll ever play it because it looks like a multiplayer only thing. If it had a strong single player, I think I'd be more interested in it.
Yeah. It might be one of those things where you can do both. It's probably one of those games where its strong suit is with extra players, but you can probably still perfectly fine do it single player.
Okay. So next was Ooblets.
Yes.
Ooblets?
Yeah. What the heck is this about?
I still don't know what it is. Go ahead.
I was just going to say it looks like an Animal Crossing clone.
But that's another thing, is we have another trailer later on that kind of looks like an Animal Crossing.
Yeah, totally.
This seems to do more with the little creatures, like a mix between Pokemon and Animal Crossing. I don't know, because it looks like you collect the creatures. I don't know. Like I said, I just mostly watched the trailer, so I don't know if there was like a dev interview after I missed, but this just confused me.
Look up like a description of the game real quick.
Okay, let's take a look.
Here it is. Ooblets is an upcoming life simulation game. Okay. Oh, and then the creators, the actual website just says a game about farming, creatures, and adventure.
So Animal Crossing, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Frequently asked questions. Ooblets, it's like Harvest Moon meets Pokemon meets Animal Crossing. So we're pretty much right.
Okay, so yeah, there's the Pokemon element where you collect creatures.
And then there's like a farming element to it, and
you gotta have farming in there.
Okay, all right.
Very cute. Like the music and the sound effects seem pretty fun. I don't know.
Well, something maybe my kids would enjoy. Not my cup of tea, but who knows? Maybe it would be.
Oh, I got to give credit to the chat for this one. I did not come up with this one, but I saw this pop up in the chat. Somebody said that this looks like a Dropping Acid exclusive.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty good.
Which, it also kind of looks like maybe you have to train them or something, because in some scenes they're acting up and they're causing mischief, and other scenes they're behaving. So maybe it's maybe you collect them and you train them. I don't know. So maybe that's the Pokemon part of it. I don't know. I don't know. Wait and see.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah. Any other thoughts?
And Ooblets is Epic. It's going to be an Epic Game Store exclusive.
I remember there was
Xbox One.
There was controversy when everybody was hating on the Epic Game Store with that the specific dev. Yeah.
Oh, what free game do they have out now?
Or I don't know.
Stop that.
I think they're still doing it. I can't remember what it is this time though.
Okay.
So that one will be early access as well.
Okay.
Okay. So the next game. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So the next game, I'm stalling because I'm putting in the because for some reason it just started running half in the bag.
It's a game that Ryan's excited for, I think.
I think we're all
I-
excited for
I
this.
was
Yeah.
until I was.
It looks really fun.
So Torchlight 3
Mhm.
is out now in
Yes,
early access.
for $30, right?
35
Well, American.
here
Yeah,
in Canada.
yeah.
So it's not cheap. But here's the
No.
thing with Torchlight. I paid like maybe $10 for Torchlight 1 and Torchlight 2, like maybe 15 when it dropped down to 15. I picked
Yeah.
it up, and they were very heavy
Yeah.
single player experiences that I liked. And I know that Torchlight 2 has co-op in it, but
Yeah.
it felt like very wedged in there. Like they were like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe we should put co-op in there, because Sarah and I started playing it and didn't. There were little things in there that just didn't. It wasn't as a smooth experience as it has been with other co-op games. So this one looks like as if they've done a lot to fix that and make this more of a co-op experience. But yeah, people were really upset that it's an early access game and that
Well,
it is a little
Torchlight
expensive.
2 looks like their normal price for Torchlight 2 is $20. So the first game, Torchlight, is $15. This is American again. Torchlight 2 is $20, and then Torchlight 3 is the, as mentioned, $30, at least again American. But yeah, if you look at the reviews for this on Steam, at
Yeah,
least I don't know if it's going to be on anything else. It is completely bombarded. So I love the Torchlight series, and we'll get to. I'm not going to start praising it because we're going to play this game eventually, Torchlight 2 at least eventually. But it's one of my favorite action RPGs. But yeah, I was excited when I saw this trailer, and then Buried on Mars sent me a message going, don't look at the reviews then, or something like that.
Wait until you
And
read them.
Then I sent a gift. Look what they did to my little boy. You know? It is just horrific. So I'm going to wait and see. I'm not going to touch this in early access because I'm afraid of it. Not for $30, that's for sure. But I'm going to still stay optimistic. Another thing is this ain't made by the same people who made Torchlight 1 and 2. Those guys went out of business.
Yeah,
They
did it.
sold the
Oh,
Torch.
that's right.
Yeah, unfortunately. So it's not even the same people. So
Did they sell the rights of Torchlight to
Perfect. I
someone
think
else?
Perfect World Entertainment got it.
I see.
Yeah.
I see their name
Because-
there.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so unfortunately, this isn't even done by the original people, which saddens me because I really enjoyed them. The name is what is it? Runic Games.
Runic Games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed their games. And unfortunately, I think they went out of business last year. So that's said. So it's not the same people. So that's a red flag. And 2 early access is already getting a lot of hate. So I'm going to wait and see on this one. I hope they can pull out a good game. But again, not the original developer. And Perfect World's known for MMOs and pay-to-win games and stuff like that.
See,
sometimes.
that's what it felt like to me. Like they
Mhm.
were going on about a fort that you could build, and the stuff that you put in the fort is going to advantage other players. Other players can come to your fort, and I hate that show-off stuff in these. Like what's that free isometric game?
Path of Exile? Is that it?
Which one?
Path of Exile?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so you put that game in, and it's amazing that you're playing this game and you don't have to pay a cent for it. It's really mind blowing how well it looks and everything. But then when you get to those hubs, and it's just people showing off like either all the money they spent on this game or all the time they spent on this game. It's a huge turnoff.
Yeah.
So all that, like, I don't care. I don't care about building a fort and having everyone see it. I don't care. I just want to have that single player experience that I had in the first 2 games. Co-op, I'm fine with. Hey, bring a friend in and play co-op. That's awesome, you know. But I don't care about having the best stuff to show off. And it does feel like as if there's a lot of MMO stuff wedged in here.
Oh yeah.
I will say though, look at Diablo 3, right? Diablo 3 came out. It had that horrendous auction store and all that, and that went on. That was a mess for 2 years until it started to take off. And look at the state it's in now. Like people still play it, and it's a popular game. So there is a lot of time to turn the stuff around and figure stuff out. But really, being upset that this game is in early access, that is the state that gaming is in.
Yeah.
We all are the testers of the game.
Yeah.
They used to hire people to go in and test out the games. Now we do it. And why? Because we all want the game right now. We all want early access. And so
But
you're either happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? There'll be DLC and all that before the game is finished. That's the way these things go,
Yeah.
So if you don't like it, exactly. Just don't play the game. You have it. How old is Torchlight 2 now?
Jeez, when did that come out? I have that open. Let me see.
There's a little history on this game.
2012 release date. September 20th.
So you've been waiting. So you finished Torchlight 2 in 2012. So you've been waiting 8 years for this game. Wait 10. In 2 years, let's see where this game is at.
Well, the original plan for them, they were going to make this into more of an MMO. Like it was going to be called Torchlight Frontiers.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they wanted to keep that hub world and then try to make it more action adventure on top of it. Yeah. So it's kind of like
reviews are also stating it feels like a mobile phone game, which that's
I wouldn't put too much faith into that review.
Yeah.
I did read stuff like that, and I was like, okay, you guys are being a little ridiculous.
Well, yeah, but still, the red flags are still there. Again, just wait and see, and maybe they'll pull themselves out of the gutter. I mean, take a look. What was that other game? The space exploration game that got crapped on, and now it's actually
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Yeah. That was one game that just got completely bashed, but now apparently it's extremely competent. And
it's not. It's still kind of. It's still boring. I tried playing it.
It's in my wish list, but I've never jumped off the cliff and purchased it because
it's not heavy in the exploration and that. It's a grind. That game just feels like a grind. Okay, let's move on.
Moving on.
So up next we have Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Here we go. Have either of you played Elite Dangerous?
No.
I watched some streams of it though, and it always looked pretty interesting.
One of my dream games is to have a game where you can just go and explore space, like live a life of Star Trek, if you will. Go down to planets. Maybe sometimes the aliens are good, sometimes they're bad. Maybe there's no aliens. Maybe you meet other aliens in space, all that kind of stuff. That would be like the ultimate dream game. And Elite Dangerous kind of has part of that where it's mostly just mining. You go to planets and you mine minerals. You can run into pirates and stuff like that, but it's very limited in what you can do. I've only played it a little bit. So they played down this trailer, and I was like, okay, this was one of those ones where they played the trailer, and I was like, okay, what was the big deal? Then the developer came on and said, hey, dummy, look, you can actually land on the planets now. That was the whole purpose of showing the guys on the planet. So I thought, okay, well, that's pretty cool. But I still have to play Elite. Like, I've only played it for an hour or two, so but that's really the big addition to this is that you can land on planets now. I don't know how much more you can do, but it's not coming until 2021 anyways. So
make bases and stuff.
I mean, there's like some space combat too because they have guns and that. Is there?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm assuming there's going to be like factions and maybe trading. I don't know, something like that.
I don't know.
Me
They
neither.
really didn't go into it too much.
They had guns, so apparently there's going to be some kind of fighting. That's the only thing I can take out of that. So, yeah. Moving on. I guess.
Okay. So next they announced Persona 4 coming to PC. People were all excited about that. They were talking about that before the show even started. Someone went on Steam and noticed it, and then everybody was freaking out and flipping out about Persona 4 Gold. Persona Gold 4.
I never got into that series. The only thing with Persona naming it, I think they made like a fighting game that looked kind of cool, and because I like fighting games.
Yeah.
So I might play that, but I have no knowledge of it. I know it has to do with like school and students and fighting, and I don't know. It's one of those weird anime.
Anime JRPG.
JRPG, yeah.
Yeah, this is the thing people were so excited about is it had never been released on console besides a PlayStation Vita.
Okay. Really?
specific version.
No,
'cause
no, it was a PlayStation 2 game.
yeah, but they made
Oh.
updates and they added a lot to it, and they added
Right.
like about 30 to 40 hours of content and put it out on the Vita
And called it Gold.
and called it Golden. And that version never released on anything else besides that. So this is the first time it's out on anything else. That's
I'm
why.
assuming since it was on the Vita, about 10 people played it then.
Yeah, that's what people would always say is like one of the PS Vita system sellers or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I found it, on sale at an EB Games, and when I had a PlayStation Vita, so I picked it up and I played it for about 20 minutes, and I was like, okay, that's that's enough for me. Sorry,
Yeah,
it's just
Yeah,
Just not
I'm
my
sure
thing.
I'm sure this is like you said. There was a lot of people in chat who were really excited for this. Probably
no, it doesn't look like. Oh, not in our chat.
no,
anyways.
not in our chat, but during the live stream, I'm sure because I know, anytime I followed like I said, I've looked at some live streams and stuff like that where people were playing it, and it's got a big audience, so it's for somebody. So hey, great! If it's coming to PC, it's just more audience, more people can access it. So that's great. I'm not going to bash it. It's just I'm not interested in it, but at the same time, it doesn't look like it's incompetent, and there's people excited for it. So great, wonderful.
It shot up to #1 on Steam.
Okay.
I don't know if it's my
There you
type
go.
of game like at all. I've seen some people play it, and it looks like I don't know.
Is it turn-based? Is it?
It has turn-based combat, and then it has like a thing where you go into the high school, and it's kind of like one of those what do you call it? Like those Japanese games with the pictures, and you make choices. Dating sim type thing almost.
Oh, okay. A choice-based stuff?
Yeah, choice-based thing like inside the school, and then you have like a storyline that plays out, and then you level up your character and stuff inside these dungeons and fight bosses and stuff that are turn-based battles.
Well, we have R.E. Lewis, 2011 in the chat,
Rusty.
and he says, Rusty Lewis. He says that I think he's talking about Persona 4 Gold. Says it's still an RPG series that I've never been able to get into. Probably never will. Unfortunately, just not my cup of tea. And I'm with you, Rusty. It's not really my thing either.
No. But
Unfortunately,
somebody's. So
it's somebody's.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, it's a very popular series.
Yeah.
Enough to make it #1.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Not gonna knock
Okay.
it.
Up next was In Sound Mind.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
Look
this
them
is trippy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this looked like first Alan Wake, the first-person shooter.
Definitely.
I got very big Alan Wake vibes from it.
And what is Nightmare House 2? I don't know that one. Apparently, it's by this one. I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
made it. Yeah, just a horror game basically. And yeah, there was a lot of Alan Wake vibes, but so I don't know. Is it? I don't know if it's going to be action orientated, psychological, or a little bit of both.
Well, you got a gun and you could shoot.
Yeah.
Probably limited ammo, all that stuff.
When
I
your
imagine
mind is
it's
this twisted. I will admit, ever since that became a thing, it's always creeped me out. Is those mannequins? I hate mannequins. The ones where you look at it and then you look away and then you look back and they're in a different pose. That freaks me the hell out. I hate that in games. I'm not a horror guy anyway, but anytime they put something like that in a game, that unnerves me. I don't know. Mannequins and dolls. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so if you're into horror, this looks like it's for you.
well, there
And
is a demo. There is a demo out now on Steam. I don't know why who are these guys?
They're the developers.
Those.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
going to tell us all about it.
No, I don't. I'm not. I'm just going to quit while I'm ahead there.
All right.
What was I going to say? I don't. Oh yeah, there is a demo out, and I was planning on downloading it to check it out, but the demo was 8 gigs.
Oh,
I'm like,
I
that's a lot for a demo. So
I downloaded the demo for we'll get to that one anyway. But yeah, I'm not a horror. Any of you guys like horror games? Playing? What's your favorite kind of like horror genre? I don't really.
If it's not super action based, like if there's not a lot of action, I'm not super into horror. For the most part, I mean, Resident Evil's pretty okay. I feel like I always fall off like halfway through them. I like I did like Silent Hill back in the days though. Back in the day,
yeah,
Yeah.
Silent Hill.
good series. Yeah,
I have played like those indie ones where it's kind of like a walking one where you're unwrapping the story. It's not really interactive that much, but you're just kind of going through like a haunted mansion or something. I'm trying to. Oh, there's this
Amnesia. I like Amnesia.
and stuff like that. Whether or not I get through them depends on my nerve, but So I kind of the more low key ones where you're getting a story as you progress, kind of thing. Usually, of course, the person like the title says has amnesia. So but yeah. So hey, this looks interesting. Looks a little action horror fun. So
I do like horror games, but I'm with Josh. I lose my interest like halfway through. They don't scare me.
yeah.
They annoy me sometimes. you know, but and I don't like jump scares. I just find them annoying. But
Is Dino Crisis considered horror? Because I actually like that back in the day.
No.
it's the same tank controls as Resident Evil. So
See, and that's the thing is I don't even see I guess they have jump scares in it, but I just feel like that's like more action adventure, and they just happen to have horror elements to it. It doesn't come across as scary. It just comes across as like some of the more recent Resident Evil ones, I guess, could come across. Like what is the one where the recent Resident Evil where you're in like this cabin and
number 7. 7 was
7. Yeah,
I actually played. That's the thing, as I actually really enjoyed that game, and then I fell off after a while when it started getting into those RE puzzles where I'm like, wait, what do I do now?
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do next, so I just kind of fell off playing. But it was pretty terrifying when I played it.
actually, when it comes to horror games, oh man, try them in VR, and that will separate the men from the mice.
I would never do that.
I play this it's like the cheesiest friggin' game. It's called Dead Secret, and there's a person investigating this thing, and there's this guy in a mask that will pop up once in a while, and he'll just be coming for you. And you got to figure out and you're looking around like, how the hell do I get out of here? Where do I go? Okay, I'm gonna hide under the bed, and go hide under the bed, and he just keeps coming for you. Oh, you're hiding under the bed. Oh man.
Yeah,
that game. It's cheesy, but man, that game.
I did play some RE7 with PSVR though, and that was pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Walking into the building, I know this is silly, but one of the things that terrified me the most is walking into the building. There's like a pot right there, and there's a bunch of cockroaches that crawl out. And of course, I'm like pretty close to it, so all these cockroaches just go like that, like right in front of my face. I'm like, oh,
nope.
VR will change it. VR will change it. Okay, let's go. Let's move on. Okay, we got Airborne Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So this game looked like what the heck was this one?
I was trying to figure out
these trailers.
Well, this felt like you start off with a few planes, and then you collect a flying city. I guess
was that this one?
Yeah.
It's like
an airship kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know. It just didn't like. I was like, okay, what are you doing?
Yeah. Again, need more information, basically. It's a cool concept. I like the idea because it kind of looks like maybe as you progress, you add. Like if you conquer something, maybe you'll add to your city, kind of thing. Because you start off with just a few planes, and then maybe if you conquer something, you'll start expanding, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Well, they don't show that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But that's kind of what I got from it. I don't know. That's just me.
It didn't wow me. Yeah.
Wow me either. No. None.
It's epic.
Like right here, it kind of looks like they kind of land there and are. I don't know. I mean, I like the visual. I kind of like the bottom, how the ground looks like a map. Like it has yeah. But I don't know.
Steampunk. I mean, yeah. I don't know. It could be fun, but I don't think we saw enough there to really like spark any like, ooh, I gotta try that. Hey, it might be free. It's on Epic Game Store, so maybe we'll get it free.
We'll get it free next year.
Yeah.
Okay. Next was the heck was this game called again?
Oh, I have the list.
Hold on. Dwarfenheim. Dwarfenheim was next. Here we go. Here we go. It's coming. Don't you worry.
The game, the one right after this is the one I was like, hell yeah.
Okay,
just saying.
Get around this. So Dwarfenheim. Yeah, this is this one was in they had a demo for this as well. Actually, I went to Steam to check out the demo, and it wasn't there. I couldn't download it. So I guess it's a limited. It was a limited one or something like that. So you had to get in right away.
You know what this reminded me of when I was watching it is Age of Empires a little bit.
Yeah, except that it has like a little more torchlight sort of
mythical characters and
Yeah.
creatures. Yeah,
just the art style looks a little more Torchlight.
True.
too.
I've never been good at these kind of games, although I do see like it looks like you have to mine, and then it looks like there's an above and a below ground. So it's like there's probably two different games going on here. You've got your above ground that you have to protect, and then below ground where you have to mine to get your resources. It kind of, you know.
and it says cooperation.
co-op.
Right there.
Yeah,
And it's
co-op
co-op
RTS.
RTS, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you can split it. You have one player up top defending and building, and another player down below defending and building. I don't know. But I've never really was great at those games. I still have enjoyed them in the past. So, you know.
Yeah, and it says that the beta is
yeah.
like, from June 19th to June 21st. But I don't know. I couldn't get into it, so maybe they got overwhelmed. Maybe they got.
It probably
too many
did.
people.
It's not the 19th yet, though. We got 2 more days.
Oh yeah.
I know, but they.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, until it starts.
Right.
I see.
Yeah, it starts on the 19th.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Yeah.
you got to go here to sign up. Okay.
Was
Well,
it-
see, it helps to read.
Yep.
It's a they give you a lot of steps though on that to
The
get it.
more you know. I don't know. Wasn't overwhelmed with excitement, but you know,
It was pretty charming.
charming little thing. It did its job.
Yep.
Now, is this the one you said you were excited for?
Yes.
Oh wait, hold on. You don't even know what's coming up.
I
next.
do know what's
First, we had there was like an ad for New Blood Interactive Games.
Yes, they're
That's the one
out
I was talking about. Yeah, New Blood. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
New Blood.
So the Dusk with mods. Dusk has
Dusk
mods
with
now.
Mods,
There's-
great game.
And
Are they all
and-
mods? I thought they were different games on there. There was like 6 different games.
Yeah, there's
well, Dusk has been out for a
I know.
while. It just they added mods to it.
yeah,
Hmm.
which it's a great game. Excellent.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
One of the best. If you want old school, it feels amazing. It feels old school. It looks old school. Medieval. I want this game. I
Me
know
too.
it's been out for a while. That more in line goes with kind of like Heretic and Hexen in
Yeah.
a way. That's what it's kind of doing. And then Maximum Action. That's just if you want to be in a John Woo movie, basically. You can slow down time, that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm watching the trailer while I'm talking this.
No, you're good. That Gloom. What is that? What's that other one? Gloomwood. That's kind of like
That one they gave their own trailer to after all of these.
Yeah.
That one's more of the stealth. What's this? Now, another one I didn't know about is Unfortunate Spacemen. Is that what it's called? It's supposed to be a free-to-play?
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
much about that one, but someone mentioned in chat that they're looking forward to it.
We
I'm
haven't
not
got there yet. Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay. All right, sorry, I'm just going through it. I'm getting ahead. So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll stop
okay.
talking now. I'm talking too much.
All right. So I don't know. It just seemed more like it was just a commercial. Like there wasn't really anything. I don't know.
Are they all?
They're-
Were they all new games though? Like that's
I
why
don't
I
think
thought.
so. I think they're
The only
been
one
around.
that was a new game was Gloomwood.
Okay.
All the other ones they already have out. Although I still think Maximum Action might be early access still, or they might have just released it. I can't remember. I
I guess
own
I
it.
wasn't keeping up with that company. I just like their vibe and their art style that they go for that early '90s look. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always do that. Yeah, Maximum Action. Yeah, I don't think that's early access anymore. So yeah, that's a cool game too. Ah, okay. Gloomwood. Let's move on to that, I guess.
To which one?
Gloomwood.
No, I'm
That-
moving on to Humankind. I don't have.
Oh,
Gloomwood.
You don't
That's
have Gloomwood
Gloomwood.
on here? That's
No,
their
I
new
don't.
one.
That's a new one. Well, what's
It's like Thief, and we'll probably hate it because it's like Thief.
that? Oh, okay.
I
No, I
downloaded
missed
the
that
demo for it, but I haven't played it yet. But you
Yeah,
can
I
download the
wanna
demo
try it.
for it. I will do one nitpick. I thought they really shouldn't have went with the super retro graphics on this one because it looks a bit too basic for me. I really felt like they needed something with shadows, and I don't feel like they had enough shadows from what I've seen in the gameplay trailer. And there was another person I saw who did a kind of review on it. He kind of mentioned it too. He felt like the graphic engine didn't kind of fit when it came to something like this. But other than that, it does look cool, and it does kind of have a very Thief vibe to it. But it needs a little more expanding, I suppose. But that looks pretty exciting. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah. I like stealth games, and I'll try out the demo.
I have it downloaded. I'll probably play it after this. I meant to, but I got busy. But yeah. All right.
Rusty Lewis says, "No way I could have played Resident Evil 7 in VR. Would have had a heart attack."
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, next was Humankind.
Mhm.
Let's call her up here. There's my gal Frankie.
Gal Frankie with the British
Uh,
accent.
Oh yeah, that's very nice. Oh yeah, so this was the Sega game that I was watching. I'm like, what the hell is this game?
Yeah,
Because it didn't explain it until the developer came on and said it's a strategy game.
but we're able to help develop. Like, what's that supposed to mean? I don't know. I was confused by it. So
Maybe it's an early access game.
Probably.
Maybe that's what they mean.
well, the way they made it look like in the trailer, because introducing Open Dev, yeah, community-driven game development where your ideas truly matter. So yeah, so it's like they give you scenarios and your feedback helps. I don't know.
So now they're just all in on the whole early access thing. Like, yeah, you guys are the testers. for this
RJ
stuff.
just throwing words out, or does it actually matter? That's the only thing,
I don't know.
But you joined the dev team. I don't know.
Are they
Pretty
making like
much.
assets for it or something, or are they just saying,
Open
hey,
dev.
maybe this platoon does this specific action? Maybe that's a good idea, or just throwing suggestions out there, or what are they doing? That's the question.
Sounds
that
like work. Sounds like work to me. Like this sounds like a job.
Oops, I didn't spell humankind right. I put homekind. We're not going to look that up now.
It's an interesting idea, though. It is.
Cool idea, real-time strategy. Go, yeah. Moving on.
Next was Icarus. Sorry, I gotta copy and paste all these things in here because I can only have like so many windows open, right?
If you went to the PC Gamer Show thing, all of the trailers are one after another.
That's what. Well, I have them all lined up, but I still have to.
You can't go full screen. Never mind. My bad.
I gotta do one thing at a time. Okay, so yeah, this is the one I took the most notes on. So this is from the Battle Royale guy.
Oh yeah.
Right, it's a survival game. I wrote down chopping down trees just like Minecraft again.
How do you chop down a tree in space?
Well, you go down to the
Here we
planet.
go.
You go down to the planet, and you need to survive, right? So, and
I did not watch the
your
trailer
axe.
yet. I haven't.
Time to chop down a tree. That's how you survive. You chop down trees.
Apparently,
looks fun though.
So this guy said it's like they had the developer on, and he said it is. What he had in mind was taking the first hour of Minecraft and expanding it. So like that first hour of Minecraft when you're just trying to survive, right? You're just trying to get all the resources together and everything so you can just make it through. And then once you get your footing in Minecraft, it's pretty much like you got your walls and stuff. You're all set, right? You pretty much know how to deal with the monsters who are coming at you. So I guess the idea is with this game is that you expand on that. That's what he was saying, anyways.
Okay. And you gotta watch your oxygen. It looks like because that guy just died with no oxygen. And
yeah, so you're on a space station or whatever, and I guess you got cut off from everything else for some reason, and the only way you can survive is going back and forth from the planet, going down to the planet, gathering stuff to survive, and then you go back up to your space station and live. Or I don't know if you live down on the planet. There doesn't look like as if there's breathable air on the planet, so
it's kind of like go back to get your oxygen tank filled up and get your resources back, then go back and then do a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah. I just like the image of the guy in the spacesuit with the bow and arrow. That's pretty fun.
yeah, that is quite contrasting. Yep,
yeah.
Poor guy, just oh no. Okay, cool.
Yeah, might be all right. Might be. Who knows?
Or we'll have
a guy that made what Daisy or no
Daisy and and what's the Battle Royale one, the big one?
H1Z one, or is it Battlegrounds?
Battlegrounds.
Daisy, PUBG. There you go. Player Unknown. Yeah.
PUBG. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because DayZ was a mod for Arma 2, right?
Yeah.
Then it became its own thing. Because I remember hearing so much about this DayZ.
It was boring.
So they put out Arma 2 on sale, so I picked that up, and then I got all the mods and everything. And I think I played it for an hour. I was like, okay, I'm done with this. This is
You're just running. Like that whole game is running, and then you die out of nowhere, and you're like, okay. I played it for.
That's pretty much what I did. But people loved it for whatever reason, and it became mega huge.
They're like the survival part, and getting
all
all
that fun with buddies. That's the type of game that feels like it would be fun with buddies.
that.
Yeah.
Playing by yourself, not so
I
much.
know. I'm gonna have to find some friends.
Me too.
Well, this is where you step in and say, "Hey, we're your friend."
We're
No.
your friend, but we
That's
don't.
friends.
We don't want to play that game. We don't want to play that game either. But hey,
I'll play a different game with you.
we'll play a different game.
All right, next is Evil Genius 2. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here's Frankie stroking it.
Oh,
I
dear
mean, her
God.
hamster. Come on,
Kevin,
you guys
you
are
need
bad.
some
You guys
water.
are bad.
You need to
You guys
cool
are bad.
off.
You guys are
God.
so bad. I just
Well,
I meant, I meant
do
the
like
hamster.
I do like the curly hair.
Okay. Rebellion Days.
Rebellion!
Yeah.
Oh my
Have
God.
you guys played Evil Genius?
I own it on GOG. I've played a little bit of it. It really should be one of our game of the months coming up here soon. Maybe that should be in the running since this is coming out soon anyway. So maybe we could do the first one.
We can do both. We can do both. Say, hey,
we can
one
do
answer.
both.
if-
Yeah,
yeah.
if depending.
Yeah.
I haven't played a lot of it, although reviews are great for it. And when I did play, I did enjoy it. I haven't put enough time into it because I struggle with games where I have to research and this and that and the other stuff, but I do still have fun with them. So I just need to have the time to sit down and spend time with the game, basically. But yeah, so I heard a lot of good things about the first one, so I'm glad to see that this is popping up.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a time management game, like 2 Point Hospital
Yeah,
or
it
Theme
is.
Hospital or something like that.
Mm.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
Anyways.
you got a casino that to help fund your evil deeds, and you have a secret layer under the volcano, and then send out minions to do stuff. So it looks really fun.
Yeah, it looks like a game. It looks like a game that put me in a good mood. Has a really good sense of humor.
Yeah. I
It
think
feels very much like Dr. Evil, like you're playing Dr. Evil.
Very slapstick, like we're seeing here on the screen. I like that vibe. It's cool.
It's got that Team Fortress look to it.
Yeah, that cel shaded look to it. Yeah.
I couldn't remember in the original game, like if you could play as different evil geniuses or if you were the same evil genius or not. I can't remember. It looks like the same guy, but I don't know if like the different evil geniuses gave you different stuff for that. So I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know. There was
But
always
cool.
that guy. That guy
Yeah,
was like the
that guy was
Dr.
always
Evil
there.
guy. But then they had some other guys on. I don't know. I have never played the first one. I always meant to, but
Yeah, I said it's one of those many games I own. I just never got to put much time into it, unfortunately.
yeah.
But like I said, I've heard a lot of good things, so it's exciting to see that. I like it when they bring a game back and it actually looks like it's still in the spirit of the old game with maybe new twists and stuff, and that does follow the same aesthetic as the old one from what I remember. So exciting, cool, definitely on my list.
Okay. We got Top Spot in the comments here. He says RE7 demo scared the hell out of me. I don't know how I'll ever play it, much less in VR. And then he says rent the service like Uber for companionship. So I guess I would just pay some people to be my friend. It might not be the first time. Might not be the first time. I don't know. Okay, so up next was Godfall. This is a Gearbox game, Epic Store Dealio, and this was like a hack and slash. It looked like.
Did they play the rap music in this trailer? Because I know they did that for the PlayStation version of this trailer.
I know you guys can't hear it.
I missed this one completely.
Does it have rap music?
No, this is a different kind of trailer though. It's got a dev talking about.
Oh, okay. Because the one on PlayStation 5, they're playing some kind of like modern mumble rap, like like over that gameplay. I'm just like, nope, that does not fit at all.
What the heck is this? Did I click on something?
You clicked on the logo, I think, by accident.
Way to go, me.
Different armor, different weapons.
Yeah, it's like a hack and slash Borderlands game.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it looked like.
Oh, that'd be cool. Doesn't
Yeah.
look like my computer can handle it, but it looks really. I like the look of it. Kind of giving me. I know giving me some vibes from what is that game called? With the
Darksiders?
Darksiders, yeah.
Yeah.
Just with the big freaking sword. But yeah, I kind of like hack and slash games. I would definitely get into something like this.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
see
cool.
any
Oh,
co-op.
Scorpion, get over here! I love that.
I don't see any co-op though. It seems like a single player.
Yeah, I completely missed this trailer. I don't know. This looks really nifty.
Yeah, because like Destiny and Borderlands, all those are like cooperatively, like at least
Yeah.
4 players. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's how this is.
Well, here's your loot stuff. Get all
Yeah.
different sorts.
Yeah, I
of
get it. Different stuff.
That's
But-
another show-offy game, though. I know,
Yeah.
but that's kind of the point of these style of games is get like Diablo and all those, get your gear up, and
Yeah.
All right, cool. I like it.
if the gameplay, if it plays really well, and this
Yeah.
actually honestly looks more like a budget title or like a free-to-play game. I don't know if they ever talk pricing yet, but if it was cheap enough or free to play, I'd probably check it out and try it out.
Well, free to play, then you'd worry about the whole pay to win aspect of it, but who
That's
knows?
Yeah, but
Well,
I mean,
don't these games survive on that whole
Yeah, basically.
co-op online thing?
Yeah.
And I do see like drops, like green drops and
Yeah.
yellow drops. So that's got to be.
like
I
there's
kinda
games that do it right. Like Warframe, it does it very well. They
Yeah, Warframe.
free, and you can play for like 100 hours before you have to pay any money for anything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, shades of another old RPG. Shoot, I think it's on our short list of RPGs we want to do. It has a combo system in it as well. What was the name of it?
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I noticed with this game though, it's only coming out on the PS5 and Epic Game Store so far.
Oh, it's a Gearbox. Oh, Gearbox is part of this
I think I
too.
said the wrong game there, not Kingdom Come. What is that? What's that game that you like, Kevin? That,
Kingdoms of Amalur.
Kingdoms of
Ah,
Amalur.
Kingdoms
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a vibe of that
Yeah.
too with this game.
They're remaking that too, or at least
They
HD.
are?
Yeah, re-awakening. Yeah,
Who owns that now? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, that looks cool. Like I said, it's Gearbox, so they're probably going to make you pay for some stuff, knowing them. But that's Gearbox nowadays. So
yeah, that's it. I've been kind of disappointed in their stuff. Even Borderlands 2 was kind of like, it's fun, but it wasn't as good as 2. But yeah, they are.
You mean
Yeah.
Borderlands 3?
Yeah, Borderlands
I
3. I
don't
thought it was pretty good, but I feel like they tried to put a bit too much stuff in it. I know that's what the point of the game is, but I feel like it wasn't as fun collecting the guns in that game as like the other ones. So
Okay.
all right.
Up next, we
next.
have
Oh god,
the
We
game that I am the most excited for. I saw that they played
Barbie's
this down.
Dream House. Is it
Yes,
really coming
finally.
out?
Ken's Revenge. Barbie's
Ken's
Dream House, Ken's
Revenge.
Revenge.
It's an action horror adventure game.
That's right.
sounds fun.
Ken just loses it, man.
Ken just loses.
he's just really pissed off that he's smooth down there. You know,
Yeah,
He
well,
just,
and he doesn't. He's not angry. The best part is he's not angry. He just takes it out on Barbie, passive aggressively. So he
it's
just
all
lies
this-
on the couch, tells her how fat she looks. You know that it's just a great game. Great game.
I
Okay,
don't
now-
care about your beach house. Give me a beer.
Oh, you get the Corvette. Okay, no. The game I am looking the most forward to is Proteus. Yes, this looks like an old school first person shooter. It's got heavy metal. It's got shooting. It's got tons of weapons. I just
Oh,
like
I have
the
seen a trailer for this in the past.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
it looks
like
pretty
the enemies are all kind of like sprites. You know, this game
They're
looks great.
3D, but they have a filter to make them look like.
Yeah,
sprites,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
do recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the like how all the weapons kind of have like it skips frames, you know,
Yeah.
and like it doesn't look smooth. It's just perfect
Yeah.
retro detail in there.
Yeah,
Looks
it
good.
looks fun. I will admit I don't like the sprite look though. Like the 3D look. No,
Okay.
it's kind of, you can tell it's not really sprites, and it's just mimicking the sprites. I don't know. It take a bit. I'm not saying it doesn't look awesome. I'm just saying I hope they give you something to shut that off because it's kind of distracting to me. But it does look cool. Anything old school, yeah. Big explosion at the end, of course.
Yeah, no, I like it. I love the name too, Proteus. That's just such a
Proteus.
yes,
Sounds
Proteus.
metal. Yeah, it sounds metal.
Yes.
So, yeah.
What does that
Oh.
word even mean? Does it mean
It's,
something?
who cares? It's short and to the point. Proteus.
It's a roguelike, right? This one.
I think so. I think
Okay.
I mean, that could be a positive thing though if they have cool upgrades as you play.
Here's the thing with roguelites. 'Cause I don't mind them, but I like there's so many of them. Like it just when you hear
You can make your own maps too. Awesome. I like that. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
when I hear roguelite, I kind of get disappointed just because there's so many of them. It's kind of like, oh man, no. But if you don't play a ton of them, if you just stick to the ones like something like this that really interests you, I noticed too. This was a humble game. I guess they're coming into like humble games. They're starting to become developers, like not developers, but
producers.
Publishers.
Publishers.
That's the word I'm looking for. Because I think this game is developed by Bounding Box, but they are publishing.
I like it.
Quite a bit of games so far. They did Hat in Time, Voidbusters, Slade Spire, a few other ones. Yeah,
I've never noticed that before, and their name kept coming up in a lot of these games. So
no, this looks fun. I like the idea that they have like a built-in level editor kind of thing, because I like anything that you can build your own levels and share stuff. Especially the easier, the better in some cases. I enjoy that. I always have, ever since back in Duke Nukem 3D, making my own levels and stuff, and then that kind of stuff. So I like it when they throw that in there. They make that a selling point. Like, you can make your own levels and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that never interests me because I have no desire to make
well, you have no imagination. So,
that's it. I buy a game to enjoy someone else's imagination. I don't want to have to think.
That's why you didn't like Terraria. Anyway, moving on.
I like Minecraft, so there you go.
Joking with you. Okay.
I know. Fae Tactics. This looked like a Nintendo DS game.
Yeah.
To me.
What was the big game on there that had tactics in it back in that's what it reminded me of.
Well, there's Final Fantasy Tactics. But that's what this will remind me of. Final Fantasy Tactics.
I see cards, and any game I see cards in, which I don't think that's the main gameplay of this. I was just like, saw the cards. I'm like, kind of scrub through it. I do like the artwork though. I think the Pixar looks nice, but
it looks fine.
It's not my style of game, really. Yeah,
no,
I haven't really given them a chance. Really, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah,
I hate cards. I don't like cards. I don't want cards in games. It's just not my thing. They started adding it into MLB The Show, the stupid cards, and I'm like, no cards. I don't want cards.
Yeah, I'm playing a video game. Let me just play a video game. Yeah,
I understand that they're for some. They're like some people like them, but not for me. No cards. Okay. But they only showed that like for a second. Next was Humble Games. They had their own little commercial. So Carto was one of the games that they showed. Just calling it up here.
I remember liking the look of that one from the name. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Oop, not that one. This one. Here we go.
Yeah,
this one.
I like the art style. That's what it was. But it looks like a puzzle, like a adventure game kind of thing. Yeah.
I don't know. The art style looks a little mobile game-ish to me.
I just thought of it kind of like if somebody drawing with like colored pencils. That's what it looked like.
What is the premise besides it looks like you can all right, I can see the puzzle element, just everything in between them.
It's like a story game plus a puzzle game type thing, yeah.
I'd have to wait and see more about it, I suppose. But it's cute. It looks cute. Looks like
It could be fun. I don't know. It's like one of those ones it feels familiar. Like there's a lot of those style of games. Like, okay, yeah.
Okay, next Humble Bundle showed Project Wingman.
Is that a dating sim? Oh no, never mind.
That'd be a good dating sim. A good name for a dating sim. Now this is you're flying around with the jets. I used to love jet games, like
Ace Combat stuff. Yeah.
No, like they used to have like Sky Fox and what was the Sega one?
I can't think of it either, but I know when you're
Afterburner.
Yeah.
I used to love those because they were very arcadey in that, and then jet games became very sim.
That's Ace Combat, right? More simmy.
Yeah, yeah, and I just want to like dodge missiles and blow up
We
targets.
needed to
and
have
stuff.
Vance on here so he can talk about games like this because he loves those kind of games.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Is this arcadey or is this simi?
It looks more arcadey, but there's still too much sim in it for me. I don't know. I think.
I see this game right here, and then all like the HUD right there with all the knobs and stuff, and my eyes just glaze over. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it could be
I don't know if
fun.
you-
But, yeah.
I don't know if you actually have to know all that stuff or whatever, but
It just might be a first person, like one of the random camera angles. So you
The thing I get, and with those when it's a 3D space, is I get kind of disorientated like pretty easily, especially when it's more of a simulation style game. I'm like, wait, which way am I supposed to be flying right now? Yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's I can get frustrated pretty fast with that style of game.
we better not ever play the game Descent. That'll really confuse you.
that is a wacky game for
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I've definitely seen some gameplay. And they announced that new Star Wars game that's supposed to be like space
Squadron?
squadrons, yeah,
Yeah.
space combat. I don't know. Could be fun though.
EA though, and
That's like the caveat. You say EA, and I can't think of an EA game I've liked in quite some time. So
I've been playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and I have been enjoying that quite a bit. But they're Star Wars games. Like, I mean, I played Battlefront and like the new Battlefront, and it just felt so empty.
Jedi Fallen Order was great, but that was because Respawn has like a contract with EA where they get to make all the decisions for their games. So they're like, this is our game. So I don't really consider that EA game. That's a Respawn game,
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Squadron feel if there's any sort of multiplayer thing in it, it's probably going to be a very empty game.
Yeah.
Okay. Next was the Command and Conquer commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Where Kane himself showed up.
Looking a little old.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
I know.
Time has passed. But still, it was kind of neat. It was kind of a nice little touch,
A lot of people must have popped for that. That's for
This will definitely be one of our game
I
of the
love
month.
it. Kane was one of my favorite villains in video games back in the day. That's for sure. So it's great that they kind of brought him back for that. Whether or not they will be able to do this remake properly, we will see. So
No, it's out and people love it.
Oh, they do love it. Okay, sorry, I missed that. Cool, great. I might have to then.
My pitch for when we do game of the month is we just do the whole collection because it has Red Alert in there too. So
Great. Okay.
talk about the whole collection.
I completely missed that. Actually, no, someone did mention it. I'm sorry. I'm still half asleep. Okay.
Well, that Command and Conquer collection that came out on Steam, that's just Command and Conquer Red Alert, right? It's just two.
Yeah, it's the two games.
Those
Yeah,
are
think
the
about
good ones,
those two. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. I don't know if I played that much past Red Alert. I think I played Red Alert 2, and then Tiberian Sun I played.
I remember the one I played was more 3D.
Tiberian Sun was kind of in the future instead or something.
Yeah, that must have been the one I played because I remember it being more like a close-up view of it. I remember playing that on my old PC.
Hey, Round 2 Gaming, welcome to the chat. Welcome
Hey, Dean.
What's up, man?
to the here.
Okay, up next was Blanco or Blanco.
Blancos?
This one gives me a weird free-to-play.
Yeah, and the
vibe.
fact that they said you can collect the toys gives me Spiral, the whole Spiral thing all over again.
Yeah.
They mentioned it, you can create your own worlds, and then they're like, then you can collect the toys for real. So that makes you like, okay, are you going to have to actually buy the toy in order to play with it in the game? And then I'm
Maybe.
like, nah.
No, I'm thinking of that. What's that game? Roblox. Where
Roblox, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what a lot of
that's-
people were saying. It's a lot like Roblox. And
they're trying to go for that huge audience now because Roblox is like one of the biggest games. So they're trying to go for that kids.
yeah.
Like, hey, kids, come and create some wacky stuff. That's what this is right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like a Little Big Planet,
Yeah, a little bit.
and you could tell too, like they were basically saying, "Come and create Splatoon like levels," because I noticed there was a lot of like, paint, like sort of painting on the ground and stuff. It's
I'm
like
not-
like that thing, like shooting at each other. I don't know.
I don't know. Like this is one I could see. Like, hey, it's free and it's kind of silly looking. I'll go in and mess with it and see what it actually is because it's kind of vague. I mean, they
Yeah.
talk about it here, but it's still kind of vague. It's like create your own world type of thing. So.
There was just look at this, like they show it so fast. You blink and you miss it, but the guy changes the color of a
Oh yeah,
object from red to blue.
Yeah.
I might have missed it. They show it for like a second, but it felt like very Splatoonish, you know.
And Dean was saying in the chat, he said he doesn't like the idea of the season-specific collectibles. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He's all about the collectibles.
yeah,
I see, like that him shooting stuff like that looks very Splatoonish.
I'm
to
not
me.
enjoying the design either. Like the little toy creatures.
Funko Pops.
I don't know.
Who knows? It's for kids, and you never know what kids will.
Yeah.
The thing is I if it somebody says it's a good game and maybe like, oh, this is actually pretty fun, check it out, maybe I'll try it.
Yeah.
But I really despise Funko Pops, and that's what it reminds me of. So I'm like,
You despise Funko Pops?
I do
I
not like-
despise them.
I mean, I have a few, so I can't say, but yeah, I don't love them.
Okay.
There's a couple back here on that shelf back there.
Oh
So.
yeah,
Did they
total
spend your
hypocrite.
cat once or run over your grandma? I mean, poor Funko. What did they do to you?
No, I just don't like the design. I think it's kind of lifeless, but I don't know.
Uh,
I think me and Kevin had a conversation about it before.
We did, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like Funko Pops, but I agree. Some of them look ridiculous. They look stupid, but a lot of them look cool. And
I'm not-
you know, where are you going to get ZZ Top collectible?
That's
Like,
true.
nobody. There's no other place you can get ZZ Top collectibles.
They have their place. They have their place, and I'm hating on them. That's all it is.
Well, you're allowed. You're allowed.
oh,
Okay, so up next was Everspace 2. There's my gal Frankie again.
dear Lord.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
I mean, she
Okay.
is very cute. Okay, I'll get on that page there.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so Everspace. Anyone play Everspace?
Nope.
I can't remember if I have or not. I don't think I have.
It looks like a space sim.
Yeah. Again, this was another one. I think you can't, like, you really don't do too much. You just kind of go around and collect things, and it's more of a grind than an adventure game. Adventure and exploring game.
It's like go to different planets and collect things to build your ship up. Is that what it is? Or do you know?
Yeah, you do. You can. I remember you can improve your ship and stuff, and I think you could be like a pirate, or you can join a faction or something. I don't know. Anyways, they're coming out with part 2, and here it is.
Well, apparently, Everspace is on the Switch as well. That's interesting.
Nobody tell Kevin those Funkos are actually Gandalf and Dumbledore for ZZ Top. No, I don't think so. I think there are.
Everspace is a single-player 3D space shooter with roguelike elements, non-linear storytelling developed and published by Rockfish Games. A sequel is to be released in 2021. So maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. With the Funko Pops thing, they might be Gandalf and Dumbledore. They all look
No.
the same. So
No. Don't listen to Dean.
Don't listen-
you know, they all look the same. So
He doesn't know. He doesn't.
all right.
Anyways,
This game looks. I don't think I'm gonna play this game. So
Not me neither.
I think it looks cool for people who are into that style.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get into it, but it looks like there's just too much to do. So, and then it just becomes work.
Work.
There's a little too much to do in there.
So
I think Elite Dangerous might be more your speed if you actually like sat down and played it.
Kevin just needs a game where all he does is have to press forward, and that's it. That's all.
No, I actually hate that.
You hate the walking simulators?
Yes, they're boring. I can't
Okay,
stand that.
okay.
Journey?
We'll add a jump button.
Oh, Journey's great.
No, Journey is a waste of time. It's just
Journey's
not,
great.
It's not my
What about
thing.
Edith Finch? That's a good game.
I
tried
didn't
that?
really. No, it
That's
was
like
okay.
Caleb's favorite game of all time.
No, it was okay.
Hey, I like Stanley
liked it.
Parable. Stanley Parable is really fun.
Oh, that one was kind of boring to me actually.
The one I did like was Firewatch, because that didn't feel like a walking
I've never
sim.
played that one. I've wanted to.
Good one. Yeah.
Jazz Punk, ever play that one? That one,
I tried. I was like, yeah,
that one's funny.
I heard it's
It's
funny.
fun.
I haven't tried it though.
It's very
It's not-
Monty Python-ish in the humor-ish. I
Mm,
don't know. It's been a while since I played it. It has a bit of British humor along with some other stuff. Anyway, okay, moving on.
Dean's asked me what I thought of Lake. I don't even know what Lake is. 1980s driving simulator through small town America. Wow, that sounds like something cool. I don't know why it's called Lake.
Oh,
But,
you play a mailman, a mail lady, and you have to drive around this lake giving mail to people. And there's a story apparently. I saw the trailer for it the other day. It's
Yeah, it was part of one of those other
other
presentations.
things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, okay. It didn't amaze me. So.
okay, next game was Inkulinati.
Illuminati and
I don't know. I don't know what this game is.
Inculinati.
That's what
this is-
reminded me of Monty Python.
Well, it was just people. This a bull farting in a
Yeah.
rabbit's face.
Well,
I
it
mean, I
was
don't know.
very just animation wise. I don't know what this is about. It
Yeah.
confused me. Like I said, besides bringing back memories of this Monty Python animation, especially the nun in the corner, I would need to know more. But other than that, it looks funny. Could be fun. Could be a good
Could
little
be.
time waster. Looks
Yeah.
And this one was the one that made me think mobile game. Like this can be played on your
Mhm.
phone.
Sure.
That's it's a Kickstarter game, so
Kickstarter.
probably
Well-
very early gameplay there.
man.
Nope.
Next.
Nope.
Give me
Thanks.
Okay.
Next.
We got Sega. Sega. With their, I think this is really their only PC exclusive series. I don't think any of these came out on
what one's this?
console ever. The Total War games?
Oh,
No, they haven't.
I don't think so.
There's a lot of these games out now.
Yeah.
yeah.
They have like a
Um,
whole like a samurai version offshoot of this series too, like Shogun. Yeah,
I played the original Total War back in the day. I think it was Rome. I think Total War Rome was the first one. I don't know. I played that one and I remember having a lot of fun with it. But then, it was just like you play one and then the rest are all just the same game with better graphics. And that looks like what this is. Just this, it's more Total War with better graphics. They got this. So this is a Trojan one. And you got, I don't know, like that's supposed to be the gimmick that you got Trojan horses, but I don't know. I'm a, I can get into these games if I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
if I really get into like but I don't know. For the most part, meh.
it's like a strategy game, right? You have to
Yeah, it's an
figure
RTS. It's an
take
RTS.
down the opposing guys in like the bigger encampments and stuff.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law really enjoys these kind of games, so he'd probably be able to.
I mean, I was listening to a podcast where someone got a preview of this game, and then I had to skip half of it because I was just getting lost in what he was talking about. So that's where I stand on this.
Hey, I'm not good at those real-time strategy games or whatever the heck it is, but it looks cool. And
I need to get into them. I feel like I'm missing out a little bit.
yeah. Oh, well, Wrath of Poseidon. Apparently, you can cast Poseidon down on people. There you go.
That's cool stuff. That's cool.
Okay. Next was what? Remnant?
I played this game. I've played this game. It's fun.
Remnant.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Is it a FPS?
it's a third-person shooter.
Third-person shooter. Okay.
Dark Souls.
Perfect World again. Is this a free-to-play?
No.
Okay.
The original came out last year, and it's kind of like it has multiplayer in it. You don't have to play multiplayer, but it's kind of Souls-like, where you have
Okay.
the dodge and parry and stuff, but you have guns, which makes it a little bit more fast-paced. The bad guys are still going to kick your ass, but this is the one that I was like, this is actually pretty damn fun. I played it on Game Pass for quite a bit, but this is a DLC for that. It looks cool. I think the character design in the original was cool, and I think they're kind of even adding more to that style of it.
Cool.
Is it still on Game Pass?
I think so. Yeah, should be.
Remnant from the Ashes. So Remnant from the Ashes, that's the game, and then this is the Subject 2923. That's the DLC.
Yeah,
So apparently the original game didn't have a complete story, and the DLC will have the ending or something, which is kind of cheesy.
they just have a storyline in it, but I feel like it's kind of secondhand to like the actual like adventuring and going through these areas and destroying crazy creatures. And I think that it's less of a Dark Souls where you have to find the bonfire and light it and stuff. It's kind of more like you go do a stage and you come back to your base, go do a stage, come back to your base style.
Cool.
But I do think it's a fun game.
Awesome. Well,
Okay, next we have Mafia. Mafia has been remastered. Not actual gameplay. Looks
Have
great,
you-
but this isn't the actual game.
is it a remaster or is it
Yeah.
a remake?
The remake. Yeah. Have you seen the original game? Like, if you go back and look at the original game, it looks like GTA from that time period.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
playing it back in the day, and it was a good game. But the only problem with it was that the cars you were driving in it were cars from the 1920s, and they drove like cars from the 1920s, and
Yeah,
you
like a
had a
boat.
lot of driving around to do.
Yeah, like there was like
Um,
this race at one point that a lot of people would just stop playing the game at. Apparently
Yeah,
so bad.
because the cars were just such garbage.
They're like
and
floaty, like back heavy and stuff, right?
Yeah,
When you grab 'em.
It was not.
it's bad.
It was not good times.
I own it. I want to see what actual gameplay looks like, and then maybe I'd get the definitive edition, especially if they fix the cars. But I didn't listen to what the developer said or anything. But we don't have time for that either. But
Well,
Did they do? Are they doing any gameplay tweaks, or is it just a graphic overhaul?
No, they totally changed the driving. Apparently, the driving has been totally revamped. I'm hoping there's some what do you call it, quick travel in it that would help greatly. But apparently, like they stay true to the story. There's no like they kept all the beats and everything like that. They tweaked. He said they had to tweak a few things here and there, but it looks like if you're going to play Mafia again, it looks like this might be the way to go.
I heard the last Mafia game got a lot of mixed reviews on it. So
I've never played the sequels. I have part 2. I've had it
I have
since
it too. I think-
when BioShock, the third BioShock game, what's it
Infinite.
called? Infinite. When BioShock Infinite came out, I got Mafia 2 with it. That's how long I've had the game, and I haven't played it.
Yeah, I played 3.
thing with me. Oh no, I got Mafia 2 with my video card back in the day. For some reason, yeah.
And is that still the video card that you're using today? In your
No,
potato?
that computer is dead. I had to
Oh,
get a
okay.
computer between now and then. So yeah. So
I thought 3 was pretty good. I enjoyed the gameplay. The setting is in the 70s, and
Well, they said they redid 3, 2, and 3 as well.
3 just got basically 4K enhancements and HDR
Okay.
enhancements. That's it. And then they added the DLC to like make the complete package.
Because when I went to Mafia 2, I noticed that my copy, like my version of Mafia 2, is off the store now. You can only buy the Mafia 2 remastered.
Yeah, I'm sure it looks better. Like they probably did the same thing. Like here it's 4K and all that
Yeah.
or whatever. You probably could have done that on PC anyway, but
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing. Like what was it? Like we were talking about Kingdoms of Amalur is getting a remaster.
I
But
actually
you can play that game right now in 4K. You don't need.
are they like completely overhauling like the lighting and the
Maybe.
gameplay and stuff?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like
And
Saints Row did that when they redid everything, and Saints Row changed all the textures, everything, in that remaster that just came out.
Do
Yeah.
you have? Because I just looked it up on my Steam. I have Mafia 2 Classic, and then underneath it, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. And
I think that's what it's called.
yeah. So they
You have the definitive edition, like
I have it, but I never purchased it. So that I checked to see if you might actually have it. Then if you have
that'd
it,
be awesome because that's what they did with
because it's in
Darksiders.
my library. Because I just looked it up, and I have classic version and definitive version, but I've never purchased the definitive version.
Yeah, I have it too. Well,
Yeah.
that's nice. So they gave it to me for free.
Well, look at that.
Love that. Love it.
We have the
That's
definitive edition.
That's
They
what
did
they
that
did with.
remasters edition of Red Faction. Remember that?
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah. And Darksiders 1 and 2, they gave you the remastered ones for free.
Yeah. Oh,
And
now
then on a console, you got to go buy a whole new console and a whole new game if you want to get the remastered
they
version.
did it for the
PC,
Bioshock.
boom, there it is for free.
PlayStation 8.
Master Race, baby. Master Race.
Oh, I'm still buying.
We don't have to wait for the PlayStation 8.
I'm still buying a PS5.
No,
No, you're-
screw that. Screw it.
Go away.
All the PS5
You're
games are
off
coming
the
to PC.
podcast.
They're coming to PC anyways. So who
Spider-Man?
cares?
Spider-Man.
It's coming to PC. They're going to put it on.
That'd be nice. So
It
many
would be.
greedy bastards.
Actually, yeah, because that's a Sony product, right?
Yeah.
Like Sony owns Spider-Man, so they're of course they're going to make it proprietary to
How
their.
Disney
Wow.
pries it from their
I could
cold-
see Horizon 2 coming to PC a few years after it comes out.
Well, Horizon Zero Dawn apparently
That's why I say that. Yeah.
sooner
Yeah.
than later.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, I got something to say about that when we get through this list. How much more do we have to go? Okay, we don't have too much fire. For
Well,
we're doing good. We're doing well.
Good ones. Do the good. Let's get the good ones in. Yeah.
Or I get they might your
Version
your taste might differ from mine. Maybe I think one's a good one and you don't. So I'm
Okay.
going to go through them all. We don't have too much more to go.
All right.
Okay. So next was Rogue Lords. This is a rogue like game, turn-based. They say it's like Slay the Spire
You play as
card
Satan,
game.
apparently. You play as the devil.
Right. Yeah.
So that turned me off immediately because I'm
It's a
like,
card game.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Slay the Spire is a card game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no interest in this thing.
Okay. Also, who comes up with the names for these games? There must be like a random game name generator out there.
Yeah, they just throw it in.
Rogue
Google.
Wars tells you nothing about the game. This
Well, it's
doesn't
rogue.
tell you that
It's a
you're
rogue
playing.
like.
Yes, but it doesn't tell you you're playing as Satan. It doesn't tell you that you're playing as these evil people through history. I don't know. It's like, dude, choose a name that fits your game. You don't have to put rogue in it, and it can still be a roguelike. I mean,
Mm.
Yeah.
moving on. This one's done.
Okay, that's it. That's all we have to say about that. We're just complaining about it.
We're not interested in that.
We're not.
I don't like Rogue Lords. I don't know. It might be good.
Maybe
It
it'll
might
come
be
out of
good.
the
Rogue Legacy. I'll play that. That's a great game.
You never know. It might be good. Okay, next was Unexplored 2. I've never played Unexplored.
Me neither.
When I looked at Unexplored, and it looked very basic, like a very basic game. And this looks like they've upped their production value here.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't
So it's
know.
isometric puzzles.
I heard really good things about the first one, honestly, and then it's one of the zillion podcasts I listen to. It kind of has a Zelda vibe to it, where you go through different areas and get new weapons and unlock new areas. And of course, it's more of classic Zelda top down, but it's an action adventure game.
Yeah. But this
yeah.
is a roguelike as well.
Is it roguelike?
Yeah. Yeah. And an Epic Game Store exclusive.
I do like the art style for it. I think it's pretty. I think it's
Yeah.
a pretty looking game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have an opinion about this one. I guess I have to wait and see. I'm sorry. Looks
Next was a commercial for Dauntless, so we don't really need to go into that. That is a game I would like to play a little bit more at some point.
Be fun.
But they were just talking about additions that they made to it. Next was Among Trees.
I
Yeah.
like this one.
This one felt well, it's a survival game. Again, you're cutting down trees because it's a survival game. You got to get in there. You got to
Maybe
cut
it's
down
a meta
trees.
game among trees, and the trees come back for revenge at the end of the game.
This is an early access game as well. I got vibes of The Long Dark, which is like a survival game in the winter. This looks like The Long Dark in the summer. There you go. Cut down those trees.
There you go.
It's how you play survival, and you build your cabin.
I just want to play this game and turn on some like classic country music and just chill and fish and
Yeah,
this
it
feels
might be
like-
cool.
I
Might be
like
cool.
the cabin. I like the aesthetic of it. Instead
Yeah.
of being
Yeah.
a square. It looks like an actual cabin. Oh, there's fishing. Gotta have your
Yeah.
fish.
You can
Gotta have
fish.
your fish.
Big Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This might be good. Early access though. Once
Yeah, I
again.
think the art style really does a lot for it.
and it's Epic
Yeah.
Game Store. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool. I don't
Yeah.
know. I would give that a shot.
I mean, it looks like a slightly more chill kind of survival game. Maybe one
Except
of
for the bear. When the bear shows up, then
bear, but it didn't make the bear look intimidating or quite too violent.
I was reading up on it, and
Maybe
maybe
it's completely opposite. It's super hardcore, and zombies come and rip your head off at night. But it had a very relaxing tone to it. So maybe it's kind of one of those ones where you can just podcast and chill and play a little of it and build a cabin and fish and So we'll see.
that's why I like Minecraft. Chill and build and
Yeah.
dig.
if
Anyway.
it just has an explore mode, because I think that's one of the things. Like what I liked about The Long Dark was the just going around and exploring.
Mhm.
But then they added a story mode to it, and I started playing story mode. Like, I don't really care. Like it was kind of like in the long dark, you would stumble upon these dead bodies that were everywhere, and you didn't know what happened to them or how they died and what was going on. And then when you played story mode, it explained what, and it's like, nah, I'd rather just like not know. I love not to know. Sometimes. Okay, next game was Potionomics, which looks like you're running a store in an RPG. People come in, they need some potions, and I guess it was kind of like a time management sort of game. It looked like it could be fun if you're into that sort of thing, but I don't know.
Kind of remind me like a Cooking Mama, where you have to bake the cake as fast as you can, and you get it across the thing, and
or even the cooking in Breath of the Wild, sort of.
Yeah. It's
time
like
management, though.
Yeah, like there's 5 people coming in, you gotta make 5 different potions. And it's more complicated. Rupert Tapper, basically.
Yeah.
Or Diner Dash. You ever play Diner Dash?
Yeah.
When people come in, you gotta serve them food and all that.
Those cooking simulator games where you have to they put in an order, you have to get the right recipe.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I have to be in a certain type of mood with this type of game, but
it just kind of reminds me of one of those like one of those free to play games, all of those hundreds of thousands of free to play games on Steam that doesn't do much. You just sit there and it plays itself, but I don't know.
Might be good. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right, this next game, I'm wondering what you guys think of this next game, because normally I'd be all in on these games, but this one just it looked more frustrating than fun.
Oh, Mortal Shell.
Mortal Shell. So this looks like a complete Dark Souls ripoff. When they played which I say that with peace and love. I don't mean that as a bad thing. Inspired by Dark Souls.
Yeah.
When I looked at the trailer, I thought, okay, this might be something good. But then when they did the extended thing with the developer and they had this, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like this a beast in the game that keeps attacking you, and it learns your moves and stuff. And I don't know, that just looked like very. It's sort of like what's his name in Resident Evil 3. The guy gets always chasing you.
Stars. I forgot his name though. Tyrant, right? Is that right?
That in Resident Evil 3?
I thought so. I don't know.
No, that's
no. It's Wesker, right?
No. Wesker.
I see. I don't know anything about Resident Evil. I'm just pulling names out of
Wesker's
my
the
ass.
blonde guy. Anyways, this game. I don't know. It just looks more stressful than fun to me.
This is by the way, this is the second podcast where I say something and pull shit out of my ass for Resident Evil. Like I was saying, I did that in another podcast recently, and I was like, oh man, I feel like an idiot.
No, anyway. I've never gotten into the games. They're supposed to be hard on purpose, like.
Oh, the Dark Souls stuff.
Dark Souls stuff. Maybe one day I will, and I'll end up enjoying it. But it's not. I'm not going to actively spend money on it. Maybe if it's on a super sale, I might. But I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. But again, there's an entire audience just for that, where they just love the punishment, love having to fight a boss 100 million times, and just to win and just get better. So
I can get into the formula. I can get into the Dark Souls formula. It's more of a grind where you have to continuously fight the same guys over and over again. So you build up, stats and whatever, so you can fight the boss. So it's easier for you to fight the bosses. But it is a grind, and I have to put myself in the mood to want to actually go through that in order to play it. So I don't know. Maybe this one will be okay, but for right now, I'm kind of burnt out on the Dark Souls formula because it takes a long time. It takes a long time to play those.
And practice.
Okay. Next, Shadow Man remastered. You guys play Shadow Man?
I have it on the N64 behind me. It didn't look like this trailer did not look very remastered.
Nope. It looked like the Nintendo 64.
Well, I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh, is this a before and after? Or are they going to just cut to?
That's what I thought too. I'm like, okay, let's see what this.
What is this? Why would you release this and call it a remaster?
I don't know because it. So let's here's the thing that kind of annoyed me with this segment a little bit is that they said hey, well, we don't normally talk about the Nintendo 64 on this show, but the nice thing about the PC is that these Nintendo 64 games eventually come to PC. And he's like, and he mentioned Turok, and then they brought out this game, and I'm like, hold on, Turok was on the PC back in the day, and so was Shadow Man. And actually, Shadow Man, you could still buy it. Like, you could still buy the original Shadow Man. I think I have it on Steam. So I don't know. And that's what this looks like. It looks like the PC version of Shadow Man from 1999. It doesn't look like they've done absolutely anything to it.
Yeah, basically, I wasn't impressed. Not that I really had any love for the original game either. So
it's okay. I mean, it's a 3D action game from the late 90s. It's going to have its clunky moments, its moments of frustration. That's just all those games had that. But I always enjoyed it. But this looks like they have done absolutely nothing to it. It looks like the game that you could buy right now, the regular old Shadow Man.
They just made it 1080p. That's all it did, right? Like, they just made it widescreen, right? That's all it really is.
I think you can do that. It might have been through mods, but I'm pretty sure I played because I played it again not too long ago. I didn't play the whole thing, just the first few levels, but I remember it being 1080p widescreen.
Okay, then what's the point of this? I don't know.
That was my
No, moving on.
Anyways, Tripwire commercial was next. The Tripwire is the guys that do Killing Floor and all that. One of the games I've been waiting for them to come out is Maneater, where you can play a shark.
Yeah, it's out.
Is it out? I went to check on the store. They said it was out. I went to check on the store.
It might be just on Epic. I think it's only on Epic.
Oh, okay.
It's $40. Yeah, $40.
Playing it on streaming it. I don't know.
Okay.
I've heard mixed thoughts on it. Like, some people are like, oh, there's so much to it, and then other people are like, oh, it's just you literally eating people. That's about it. So
Well, that's all right with me. I wouldn't spend $40 on it. It looks like a $5 game.
It'll be free eventually.
I was watching some reviews, and a lot of people are like, wait for a discount. Most people. So I think if once it hits around 15 to 20, I'll probably buy it on it. Ha! No pun intended.
Oh, terrible. Shame. Okay, so then the Epic Game Store was a commercial next. Okay, then the next game was Blightbound.
Okay.
Blightbound.
I'm trying to remember what this one looks like.
Well, you're gonna see it in a second as soon as I get to it. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Blightbound. Another cooperative dungeon crawling.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed too much with this one either. It looked kind of cool, but again, it's one of those co-op strategy looking like stuff. I don't know.
Head slicing. Okay. Here we go. Beat 'em up. Oh yeah. This one was kind of like beat 'em up ish.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I'm a big fan of kind of like the beat 'em up stuff, but in this case, it just, I don't know. Something didn't. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Might prove me wrong. Graphics, I don't know.
It looks like a $5 game.
It looks like a Steam sale. You're like, and that's kind of fun. Play a couple hours type of game.
Puzzles. As long as I can play it on my own and I don't need two other people to get through the game. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing with these kind of games is like I find that sure, you got the co-op in there, but like you can't play it on your own. You have to play it with other people.
Yeah.
It's just like we don't have much to say about it, and it's just kind of trailing off.
Next one was Shadow of Doubt. What do you guys got to say about Shadow of Doubt? Nothing, because you haven't seen it. You don't remember it, do you? You don't remember.
There's so many of them, and they all kind of blend together.
Oh, here we go. Now we're looking at. Oh yeah, this one looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
this one. So this was.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these kind of games, but this does look kind of cool.
So this was like a detective game.
Yeah.
But it's got like a, sort of early 90s PC kind of feel to it, but it looks a lot nicer, 3D. So sort of Minecraft-ish.
Yeah, kind of
graphics.
graphics. I probably wouldn't. It's not my cup of tea, but I think it's really cool. I like the idea of solving a mystery. I never have the time for those or the patience myself, but I kind of like the idea of being able to find your own evidence and figure it out yourself. Or maybe it's like Clue, where you kind of you have to come up with the evidence and it'll come out on its own. But
Yeah.
if you look at
It looks like a fun exploration game, and I do like the art style. They pretty much did like the old art and then have like a modern lighting engine, which gives it that cool look.
Okay, next was Forgotten City, but I didn't put a trailer in here for some reason, so we'll just skip that one.
Okay.
Hopefully none of you were waiting for Forgotten City. Then we got Paradise Killer.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I like it. It looks cool. I like the art style. I like
Yeah,
the
see?
I don't know.
yeah.
It was.
I don't know if I'll play it honestly, but I like the vibe and I like the
Kind of
feel.
reminds me of what is that DS game? The lawyer game where you have to be
Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney, yeah, something like that. I don't know. Pass for me.
Well, it's first person shooters. This is first person perspective, and I don't
Again,
know.
I guess it's another detective game in a way.
I just think I like the feel of it.
more.
Yeah.
Detective wise.
I'm trying to remind myself too that people might be listening to this later and not watching it, so I'm trying to describe the games. too.
Oh yeah.
Right,
I
yeah.
forgot that this.
True.
Okay, next was Haven.
We have to go back now.
I know. I don't know how badly we did before.
Haven.
This was like, what was this? Like you're a couple and you're on a planet and you're zipping around, and an RPG about lovers, about two lovers. That's what the thing. Yeah, no, this isn't my kind of game at all. This looks like Persona, sort of.
Pat,
Well,
different graphic style, but
I the action looks kind of interesting, but they're throwing a love story in. I don't know.
For the thing about this game is they showed it on every single one of those indie things. So I've seen different versions of that trailer like 5 or 6 times.
Okay.
Watching all those.
Well, somebody paid off somebody then. For that.
I mean, I think the art style is nice and has a cool feel to it. And at first I was like, this looks kind of cool. And then they started collecting stuff and then they started doing RPG turn-based. And I'm just like, okay, this isn't for me.
Okay. Next we have Cartel Tycoon. Oh, this is cool. I like this. This is time management, and you're running a drug cartel.
Yeah.
I like this. I like these kind of games. I can get sucked into this kind of stuff, especially when it's like a silly premise like this, where you're paying off the cops and all that kind of stuff. They make it look serious, but I think this will be a goofy game.
Yeah, free demo on Steam right now. You can go play it.
Yeah, I think the demo was 2 gigs, and I'm like, oh, that's a little too much.
How big do you want them to be? 2 gigs.
I want to be like a half a gig for a demo. But
he's picky. He's a picky demo downloader.
Well, I got to be conscientious of how much I download. So for a demo,
download it, play it, delete it. There you go.
That game does look really fun though.
Yeah. It's not the space that it takes up on the hard drive. It's the amount that I can download in a month.
Oh yeah, did they give you a data cap? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got one of those too.
Yeah, I didn't, but now I do, and it's a pain in the ass. Okay, this one's called Trash Trailers. Trash Sailors.
Yeah.
Trash Sailors trailer.
Graphically, this kind of reminded me of what's that other indie game?
Don't Starve.
Don't Starve. Yeah.
Don't Starve. Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I was really down on this. I'm not sure why. Like, I like graphics, but I don't know. I couldn't. I watched it and it didn't really pop for me. And this looks like something I would pop for, but I don't know. It didn't impress me. I'm just like, this looks more annoying. Like, just everything coming at you at once. It looked way too hectic. It's like you're trying to build, you're getting attacked by sharks. That guy's fishing. You got to catch stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's less hectic. So I'd have to wait and see.
They're showing 2 people on the raft here as you're building stuff, putting trash together on this raft, and it reminded me. That part reminded me of Overcooked. Like you have to work together and constantly be in sync, which can be very stressful.
Yeah,
So
For sure.
I don't know. It depends. It looks like there's a lot going on, but
He basically
it's
just
not like
got to
this all
survive
day.
on this raft and not die. That's what it seems
Yeah.
like.
yeah.
Good fun fact for this is going to be on Xbox Game Pass. So if you have that, you can play that. It's going to be on there.
Okay.
It's an ID at Xbox game. So personally, it actually looks pretty fun, but it feels like it's going to be very hard to play solo on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So if I can get a couple people together, I'll check it out.
Right. Okay. Next was Chris Tales, but I couldn't find the.
Okay.
It's a RPG with anime artwork.
Yeah, it looked like a classic RPG throwback. They did say the demo was on Steam, but it was too big for me to download. Probably.
Probably too big. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Okay. Next was Alaloth, Champion of the Four Kingdoms. This is ARPG. They said
Yeah.
it was skill-based gameplay though, which for an ARPG usually you're just clicking on dudes. So I don't know what they meant by
90s PC, 90s because the
yeah.
background are all pre-rendered. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks very Baldur's Gate-ish.
Pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
I
pass
think
like
that-
that?
I think
Yeah.
it looks pretty cool. Honestly,
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say pass.
Well,
I would give it I'd give it a shot.
Maybe. I don't
the
know.
thing with these type of shows is there's gonna be you're gonna have more passes than hey, this is my cup of tea because everybody likes that their own
yeah.
stuff. So
I'll check out the demo when it comes out. How about that?
don't lie to us.
You're right.
Okay, next was Weird West. This is another Devolver game, which is fantastic fun studio. I really could not tell what the heck this game
No, me
is.
neither.
Though. They said it's an action RPG. It's isometric.
Yeah.
Ron Perlman's the voice. That's cool.
Yeah, I do like Ron Perlman.
No, this is
especially when
this is a different game, isn't it? This is different. I'm thinking of a different game.
I do like Ron Perlman's Twitter account too, giving Ted Cruz a run for his money. That's fun.
Yeah, I saw that. This is a different game. It just kind of has art style.
Might be good. Like look at that Pedro game, right? That's like the same studio. My friend is Pedro. So
yeah,
they always come up with weird stuff that kind of finds a way to take off, finds an audience. So who knows?
You know those games, the Dishonored games, right? There's a couple devs came from that studio, and they like to have those environments where you can kind of do whatever you want in the environment. So it's going to be take the idea of Dishonored, like I can go on these 6 different paths and make that an action RPG. That's what that is. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It could be good.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
I like the art style.
Yeah. Speaking of Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon and
You look like
Stardew Valley. We got Story of Seasons, Friend of Mineral Town.
Yeah.
Friends of Mineral Town.
This just looks like Animal Crossing / yeah, it's just a PC version of that.
This is Harvest Moon, by the way.
Yeah. It to me it looks
Okay.
It looks like Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley, but Harvest Moon. Yeah.
Is this officially Harvest Moon or no?
Okay, so basically the guy that made Harvest Moon, I'm looking at it on Wikipedia. His name's Natsume, or Bakugo Mono, some Japanese game.
Yeah.
He said the series they took Harvest Moon and changed it up, and then this is basically what the original Harvest Moon style is, and with a new name, pretty much. So this is kind of basically Harvest Moon with a new name. It has the same creator and same team that makes it. So,
and all
it makes
look
sense.
exactly the same too. So,
well, it makes sense. I mean, Stardew Valley came out on the PC, and it totally ripped off Harvest Moon.
Yeah,
and it made a ton of dough. And so the guys that made Harvest Moon are probably like, well, why don't we just put out a Harvest Moon game out on the PC?
Yeah.
And there you go. And then we can make a ton of dough.
Yeah.
So
if you like that stuff, go for it. And it looks like a nice, relaxing game.
Well, Stardew Valley is a lot of fun. I don't know.
That I can never get past the first couple of days, and I need to really just buckle down and play that game.
It's one of those games that you have to play
Yeah.
with at least one other person, but it's not bad. It's good fun. So maybe I'll find it on audience. Who knows?
Okay. How many more
Next
we
is
got?
not too much. Okay, next is New World Combat.
Wow, another one of those like you threw the title in a random name generator.
Yeah,
Basic.
and this is an MMO, and I think it's from
Okay,
Amazon Games. So I have no desire
games.
at all to play it. I think it was Amazon. I think.
Once you say it's an MMO, I'm out.
Yeah, me too. I'm not. Well, you play more of those style of games than I do.
And I get a few hours into it, and then I'm out because I can't keep up. You know.
So is that Amazon Games, that logo, that games with the
Yes.
that's them, man. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no interest.
I like the aesthetic. I like the gloomy kind of look to it, but I don't know. But could be fun. And if you like MMO, it might be worth it. And if it's an Amazon game, if you have Amazon Prime, maybe you can play it for free. Who knows?
Okay, next we have from the developers who made not Still Life. My So-Called Life? No. What the hell is that game called?
Life is Strange.
That's it. Life is Strange.
Okay.
They made Twin Mirror teaser. This Twin Mirror looks like Twin Peaks
Yeah.
meets Life is Strange.
It looks
That's
like
what it
it's
looks
Kind of.
for a television show, not a game.
Yeah.
Looks obviously like a game.
That's pretty much Life is Strange, where you pick your choices.
I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of those games because it doesn't feel like you're playing the game. You're just picking your own adventure. It's a pick your own adventure game, I guess.
Yeah, I could get into those. I like the Telltale stuff and all that. So I don't know.
Life is Strange.
Yeah.
I love Life is Strange, and this studio does a great job. The sequel, I haven't played the last 2 episodes of Life is Strange 2, but that entire series is very good to me, and I have a great time. I'm not sure the writing style in this. I'm sure it's not going to be as like angsty and teen related, obviously, just from the trailer. But I feel like the way they do the dialogue choices is cool because there's always at least 3 to 4 paths that you can choose,
Yeah.
and that makes it very interesting.
Again, it's an Epic Game Store exclusive,
No.
unfortunately.
What can you do?
Okay, next is now I know I said I really like my first person shooters, and when metal is involved, I am right that just amps up my excitement for them. But this looks like they went a little too far with the metal.
No.
If it's possible to go too far with a first person shooter and metal, the game Metal Hellsinger certainly did it. So this is like a rhythm-based first-person shooter.
I don't know. I wasn't impressed by what they showed. It is pre-alpha though, so maybe it'll be better. But we've got so many of these. I get it. Maybe it's a rhythm one. Who knows? But
Yeah, it is. It's rhythm.
It
It's
is.
like you shoot in time with the music,
yeah.
which it's a huge turnoff for me. I'm not a huge fan of rhythm games. I have stopped playing games because I'll have like a rhythm segment in it, and I can't get past it. Even though I am a musician and I play guitar, playing an actual instrument and then trying to switch your brain over to these rhythm games, it doesn't transcend for me. I know it does for a lot of musicians, but for me, it's really like for me, when I'm playing along with music, I'm getting a feel for the music. Whereas in these games, they want you to get a feel for the image that is on the screen and sync up, to what the image is. It's a little hard to explain, but I'm always off and I can never get it right. And I hate it.
That's like one of my favorite genres, and this looks really fun to me.
Poor Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I like Guitar Hero. I love Rock Band, and I played all those. And what is it? Audacity? That's not it? You know what I'm talking about? That rhythm shooter or rhythm game. I don't know. There's a bunch of them. Frequency. Any of those. Give me a rhythm game. I'm down to play it. And I love first person shooters. And this could turn me off because I actually played that Crypt of the Necrodancer game where you have to like dungeon crawl to the beat. And with that game, I could not figure out like how to, like, I could stay on beat, but getting the attacks right while I'm on beat was like frustrating to me. So I never really got into that game. So this could run into that same problem where you're trying to like, okay, I'm trying to stay on beat, but I also have to shoot these 5 guys.
Yeah.
That could kind of be like, rubbing your belly, patting your head type of situation there. I don't know. I want to try it out though. If there's a demo, or if it's cheap,
yeah.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
I'd probably give it a shot, but I don't know. Again, I'm not great with rhythm. I've never played an instrument, so.
I used to play all bunch of brass instruments and stuff, but I haven't played any in forever. So, but sorry.
Okay, so the next game was Dungeon of Nahilbeck. This looked fun. It's kind of like a, they're adding comedy to like this. What the
Miss
heck?
Felicia Day, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Where's the gameplay?
She's an actress.
I know she's an actress, but I don't know who she is.
I don't know.
She's in like Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Dr. Horrible?
She's in what's it called? That World of Warcraft show, The Guild.
It
I
looks
don't know what
in
that
it.
is.
It's
I
like
don't-
a strategy game that just has some humor in it, and you have to do turn-based. Again, I'm not a big fan of that turn-based stuff. I'm sure the humor is great. I mean, they swear in it, so there's going to be swearing, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, anything that's turn-based strategy where you have to, control a squad, I've never been good at. It always frustrates me. So maybe this would be different. But yeah, look at all those characters on the top there for round one. Like you have to either manage or know which ones you're hitting. I don't know. But, so we'll see.
It sort of looks more XCOM-ish than.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah. I love those games. I can get into those. So.
I just think it was funny, and if something has a good humor and a good good lighthearted feel to it, that would get me into it a little bit more, even if it's not a style I'm like super happy to play.
Okay, next was Red Sails. You're sailing around in the sand.
Yeah.
Not Ocarina of Time, with Wind Waker style, I guess. I don't know. That's what this kind of looked like.
The animation, like this good on the video here, they're showing some of the animation kind of doesn't have like full frames of animation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for the character models, it kind of has like a almost stop motion-y feel to it.
Yeah.
For
For sure.
I couldn't figure out what exactly like you're doing in this game besides exploring on the sand. Is it a story game? I guess. Is it like Journey where you go from one place to the other and just look at things? Or is
I
there
don't
like an
know.
actual storyline to it? It's
I
really
don't
hard
know.
very hard to get. It had a very nice atmosphere to it. I did like the music that was playing. It's kind of like just very basic orchestrated music, but it kind of had that nice. I just wish I knew what the gameplay was. Like they kind of just shown the guy like sailing around, so it's like what am I doing moment to moment here?
Yeah.
But from like the game, the graphics and the style, I like. What's up?
I'll be right back.
Oh,
okay. Okay, well, we'll just keep going along here. Next was Surgeon Simulator 2. I still haven't played 1. But this looks like there's way more to the game.
Yeah, it's like base building added to it.
I don't know why all the characters are walking around with their arms out.
Because that's how you control the character is with your arm. The mouse is your arm. So basically you have to hold like click to move the mouse in the arm in and out, right click to move it up and down, the middle mouse to move each finger. And it's one of those, it's really hard to control this and that's funny type of games.
Right.
Yeah, so I've played the first one I played it for that simulator month. I played it for a few hours there, and then I've played it before, and it's fun for like I'd say like an hour, and then you just start getting frustrated. You're like, okay, this is hard to control. So
that's the vibe I got from it. It feels like one of those
streamer games.
Yes, that is it.
You're a Twitch streamer, and it's wacky and
right, and I'll do something wacky in this game if you subscribe to my channel now or donate to my Patreon or
it's
whatever.
like, it's so hard to control this thing, and I mean, there's games like that like Octodad. They do that in Octodad, but the humor in it kind of makes up for it. It actually has a funny story and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that one seems like kind of like a goat simulator, or kind of like the first Surgeon Simulator. It's like it's just crazy and wacky just to be wacky. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next was The Last Campfire. I couldn't tell what this game is. It just looked like an adventure.
a
3D adventure game.
adventure game, and it's like, but like the title says, you're trying to piece together what happened to a civilization, you know? Because you see all this really sad moments and stuff like that. So it looks like one of those indie games with a story that's kind of casual, and you got to find out what happened, what was at the last campfire, blah blah. Because you just see all these stone statues coming to life, and maybe it's, you know.
I like the look of it.
Yeah.
You know who's making this game? It's the guy that made No Man's Sky. It's that same team.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's like completely opposite of that, really.
Hopefully it'll take 5 years for it to get good.
Mhm.
They've been showing this at a few different events, and I'm actually gonna play it when it comes out. I think it looks like one of those like brothers style emotional stories. Like it has some emotion to it, you know.
Oh yeah, it looks very. They're going to make you try to cry when you get to the end of it. You know?
It is another Epic Games story
Is there
game.
anything on Steam on this list?
I don't think so.
They're really locking down a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, well, we'll see. Oh well, it's called
Okay. Second last game.
Fortnite.
Second last.
Woo!
This game, I was like, I don't know what the heck this is. I've never heard of it before. Escape from Tarov.
Is it a
I
multiplayer game?
yes,
a
it's multiplayer.
map, so I'm assuming this game's already out.
Yeah. So yeah, it is. It's like this is the new map for whatever this game is.
It's all it is a map reveal for if you
It's-
like playing Escape from Tarkov.
It's an objective-based game where you go basically from one side of an area to the other side with a group of people trying to. It's not horde-based, but you have to kind of like stealth in and stuff.
Okay, so you do go against its PVE in a way.
Yeah, and I haven't really played a lot of it, so I kind of just. I mean, I never played it. I haven't seen a lot of it, so I can't really speak on it too much. But I know it's super popular.
They showed the map, but they didn't show any gameplay, so I was completely lost. I'm just like, okay, well,
Yeah, they're just walking through a map. Yeah.
I was hoping for them to show actual gameplay, but oh well.
Yeah. Didn't look like anything that would interest me.
Okay. If you
Okay.
like the game, there's a new
Final-
map coming.
What's that?
If you like that game, there's a new map coming. Hype.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So the final game is the Outlast Trials. I still haven't played Outlast, so the fact they're coming out with another game is all right.
I think this is the third one, actually.
Is it? Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go. I haven't played the first or second. Then this looks all right. It looks fine.
I played the first Outlast and liked it with my little brother. He's huge horror fans, and this looks interesting.
I watched people stream it. I never played it because I didn't want to spend money on a horror game. So I watched people play it, and it's kind of trippy and messed up. But so again,
There was a lot of people in the chat that were waiting for this trailer. Like anytime a new trailer would come up, they're like, "Outlast, where's Outlast? We want to see Outlast."
It got
So-
a huge following then, huh?
I guess so. At least it did in the chat.
seems kind of disturbing. Suppose if we had dialogue right now, we'd know the
Yeah.
truth. Yeah. If you like horror, then I'm sure you. And if you like the other ones, you'd probably like.
You like running away from a creepy dude with a sledgehammer? There you go.
That's it. That's your game. Spoiler alert: somebody dies.
I'm sure.
Spoiler alert.
It's
Well, it was in the trailer, so it's okay.
okay.
Okay, and then that was it. That was the whole show. That
Wait,
we
Han,
ran down.
did you say Han Solo dies?
Han
What?
Well,
Well, I didn't say that. Oh my goodness.
Interesting group. Nothing that blew me away, but also a lot of potential, I'd have to say. There's a lot of them that I feel like I either need more information or need to, play a demo with. But a lot of them are fun. A lot of them don't look like they'd fry my computer. Some of them do, so that'll be good. But yeah.
Well, yeah, for me, it's Proteus. That was the one that was like, oh yeah, that's a game that I would play. It's a day one wish list, and when it goes on sale, I'll pick it up
There you go.
because I'm a cheap bastard. But yeah, I would definitely. I'm looking forward to that one. And then the other ones, my mind is open and willing to try. Torchlight 3 might get good one day, and I'll pick that one up.
Among Trees one looks interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one I want to try out for sure.
Also, Gloomwood might be a good
It might be a good thief, right?
thief. Yeah. So those are kind of the ones I'm looking at. Evil Genius 2, that one.
Oh yeah.
So, but I
Lot
do
of
want to
potential.
dive into the first Evil Genius before I play that one though first. So,
There was when the stream ended, there was a lot of people in chat who were disappointed that Bloodborne wasn't announced to come to PC.
Yeah.
And I was like,
There's
was that like supposed to come to PC or something?
there's a lot of
Yeah.
hints and rumors circulating before it happens that it was going to be a thing. So
okay.
what the rumor did say is it's coming to PlayStation 5, which that's obvious. That's probably going to happen. But they say when that happens, it's going to come out on PC same date as that with all the enhancements. So it'd be the same game on PC as the PlayStation 5 version. But that's just rumors.
It's basically another one of those super hard.
Yeah. But the thing about that game is on the PlayStation 4, it's locked at 30 frames per second, and it's
Which sucks.
yeah, it's checkerboarded up from 720p also to 1080p. It's not
Yeah,
even 4K.
What do you mean
it's
by
not a good looking
checkerboard?
game at all.
Yeah, it's very like you were saying with the alias thing. There's a lot of
Yes.
jaggies in it, and it's supposed to be a
Yes.
modern game. It actually doesn't look very beautiful at all.
No,
I mean, it's not
very
supposed to
annoying.
look beautiful because of the setting, but like just the graphics itself don't have that fidelity.
It's really hard when I play all my Dark Souls games on PC, and to go from PC to that game on the PS4, I can't play it. I mean I made it. I played like maybe about 5 hours of it, and then I was like, I can't.
Okay.
It hurts my eyes.
I would love to see a nice coat of paint on that game for sure.
Yeah. So maybe the
Um,
PlayStation 5 version will, finally
Come to-
grab me or whatever. But
It'll come to PC. Yeah, I think. What's up?
There'll just be a generation of consoles that there's just remakes of last.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the ones that stuck out to me just real fast since y'all were doing it. Was that the Twin Mirror with the Life is Strange people? Looks interesting. I love their style and their games are always fun. And the other one was what was it? Now I'm just gonna sit here and make you guys wait. Or no, Proteus does look cool. I agree with you on that one.
yes.
And
Yes.
Among Trees.
Indeed.
I don't know. All in all, for my feel on this one is it feels like every other PC gamer show where they talk about a bunch of nerdy PC games, and then there's a handful that stick out to me, which is not a bad thing because the PC gaming landscape has so many of those tactical and strategy games that I'm not a super huge fan of, and that's what ends up taking a lot of the space of that, which is fine for this type of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Anyway, I never wrapped up my point about the
Oh,
Bloodborne
sorry.
thing. I thought it was funny that people were upset at the PC gaming show that Bloodborne wasn't announced when it was just a rumor. Like people were like, I sat here for 2 hours waiting for a Bloodborne announcement. It never happened. It's like, well, they were just rumors. Like, what were you?
They were gonna get it, you know.
What were you expecting? I don't know. I
Yeah.
just find people are dumb.
I'm sure it'll
Okay.
happen. I can see it happening.
Yeah. Well, didn't Sony put some money into that game? Like,
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I did see a lot of. I mean, this is all rumor stuff, but I did see a lot of stuff coming out that looked like it was going to happen. That's why people were looking forward to it.
well,
So
yeah, I'd be happy. I mean, look, Horizon Zero Dawn is coming to it, and there was another Sony game. What the heck's the name of that game? Yo-Yo, Papa and Yo-Yo. That was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a Sony game, and they
Papa
put that
and
out
Yo,
on
yeah.
PS. Papa and Yo. That's a great game, by the way. You should play that game.
it's a good one.
Okay. We didn't have a lot of comments in the Discord, but we did have one, and it was from Derek from Two Dorks, and it's a super long one. So sit back and relax, because I asked people, hey, what did you guys think of the show? He said he added a lot of games to his Steam wish list to see how they are later when they come out. But I am really looking forward to trying out Unfortunate Spaceman now, which is free to play. Looks like a great game to play with friends during our weekly online game night. And then he plugs his game night, which we're not going to do here. No, I'm not going to plug that. No, I'm just kidding. He says on Thursdays for him, if anyone's interested. So hit up Derek from the Two Dorks if you want to play PC games on Thursday night. We didn't talk about Unfortunate Spaceman very much, but yeah, I guess it is a free-to-play game. I don't know. What is it? Is that like exploring space or something? I don't know. What is it?
I can look
I don't
it up.
remember. All right. Well, forget.
Well, I was
Uh,
because that was the New Blood trailer that had a bunch of
Yeah.
them, and
Yeah.
I mentioned it. but
Okay,
Yeah.
Unfortunate Spaceman is a co-op multiplayer game about shape-shifting space-based murder and deception. As a hapless yet brave spaceman, there's a lot of lore and stuff. What is the game? Oh, okay, it's an isometrical multiplayer game. So I guess one person plays the bad guy, and then like 3 or 4 people try to kill him, kind of like that Predator game that came out or whatever. Something like
Okay.
that.
All right. That might be good. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so Deej13 continues. He says, I was giddy and nostalgic when Kane came out on quickly to talk about the CNC remaster. I can't help it. It made me smile. It reminds me of my childhood. He signed up for the Dwarfheim beta. Looks really fun to play with friends. He hopes Metal Gunslinger is good, but I suspect I'll be bad at it, like all rhythm games. I'm with you. I'm still looking forward to Evil Geniuses 2. Trash trailers could be fun co-op. Could be co-op fun. I'm watching Among Trees, but I prefer sandbox over survival. I suspect it'll be mostly survival. Also watching Phantom Brigade because mechs. I don't remember. What was Phantom Brigade? I missed that one. I want to try Icarus, and free-to-play helps that when it comes out. Blanco's Block Party looks neat, especially to play with my son. Roblox meets Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
I think we made that connection as well. And it says Maximum Action looks fun.
it is fun, very fun.
All right,
Awesome.
that's it,
That's it.
man. That's enough.
That was a lot of trailers. Good Lord.
But we did them all. That was good.
No, we
Yeah, I
missed,
enjoyed that.
we missed a few, but we're okay.
Well, whatever. We did as many as we could.
We got the good ones when they
We
came.
recapped everything, I feel like.
Yes, we did. So that was fun. Like I said, a lot of trailers, a lot of potential. So looking forward to future Quick Save Club games of the months.
Possible. A lot of possibilities in there. For
And then a lot of cool games that maybe not all of them, but a few multiplayer ones we could throw in there and be like, hey, let's try this out and play together.
What he just mentioned there, the space one, maybe we can take a look into it and do something.
well, speaking of games of the month,
Yes. Anyone?
how about the game of the month now for Antichamber? Anyone play that?
I booted it up right before we started recording, and I ran around in circles, confused.
Pretty much. That's what I've done too.
So I need to get further in it. I can't get out of the first section because it keeps sending me back to the beginning. It looks like it's trying to teach me life lessons with little things telling me about, sometimes you got to fall in order to proceed, or turning around, or I don't know.
Those are hints.
Those are hints.
Yes.
They're very bad.
Wow.
But no, it's very interesting, and I'm going to dive
Are you
into
talking about the part with the going up and down the stairs? Like at the very beginning?
the one with the stairs. You have to turn around.
Yeah. Okay, I was about to
Early
say.
enough in the game, I'm just like, okay, I just keep going up and down stairs. I'm going to turn around, and then it's like, oh, blah blah blah. So I'm getting my footing. It's very confusing, but I haven't played much of it, so that's going to be my.
I beat the game already.
Well,
So
Yeah, and you said it took you 4 hours.
about 4 hours. I didn't do every single puzzle. Basically, you start out with that blue. I won't spoil too much. This is not too bad, but you start out with the blue gun and you upgrade it. And once you get that last upgrade,
yeah.
you'll get. Oh, you don't have the gun yet. You eventually get guns and then you upgrade them.
Okay.
When you get the last one, you can go to this area that says the end, and then go and beat the game. Pretty much once you get that last one. So I didn't do every puzzle. So I'm probably gonna go and mess around with it and like fill out that entire map before we do the actual podcast. But seeing your guys' opinion already is kind of making me worried that I'm going to be the only one that likes this game.
Well,
I don't know.
I haven't played the game enough at all to come with any sort of opinion. So
at least look at it before we started.
I'm gonna have to play it a lot more. I just dabbled a little bit.
I didn't get stuck too much, but I'm pretty good at this style of game, this puzzly stuff. But there are a couple times where I'm just like, all right, I've done this puzzle 4 or 5 times, and I did look it up. Just like, okay, what do I got to do here? Because it doesn't communicate with you every single time, like 100% what you got to do. But I did really enjoy it, and then I'll talk about it more in depth when we do the actual podcast.
Save it.
Yeah.
As Kevin would say, save it for the podcast. Keep your mouth shut until then.
But
I don't want to burn out.
Yeah, hopefully you guys like it, but I won't give a full opinion yet. But
Well, we'll find out next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's the show.
There it is.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. And if you downloaded this later, thank you for listening. I hope we steered you towards some games that you might want to check out. Maybe we didn't. Who knows?
Hopefully we weren't too down on all the games. Like, that game looks like crap.
I don't think so. I think we were. You got to be honest, right? You can't be just like faking excitement for everything.
There's been times where I've seen a trailer and thought something looked completely terrible, and then I tried it later and I loved the game. So just trailers at the most part, and maybe some developers talking about it. So that's all you can give is the first impression of what little stuff they gave you. So
who knows? Maybe Proteus will suck, but it probably won't. It'll probably be awesome.
That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Do we want to plug anything?
At Quick Save Club for Twitter. Anyone want to plug their YouTube?
Nah, I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm just ready for bed now.
At Quick Save Club in Discord.
Yeah. You guys know where to find us, right?
Yeah.
We're all tired.
Sure.
Someone has a broken tooth, another person worked all night, and then
Good, man. I took codeine today, so I'm good right now. I did this whole podcast on painkillers, so
That's awesome. All right.
No, it's fine. It dulls the pain. That's always good. All right.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and see you next month. We'll be talking about Antichamber. Ah. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
we